Hey everybody, this is Dion and welcome back to my channel. So we are continuing to react and to analyze or talk about the information, that we're getting off of this. I call it the documentary because it's that well done, it's that intense, and it's real life. Called Playtime is Over. So we're about half at part 1. This is done by a team, just a second, by a team of Lil Kim fans, the recording artist Lil Kim, called Team Lil Kim presents Playtime is Over. So this has to do with the way that the recording artist Nicki Minaj has conducted herself. Well, we can analyze and observe. You can make judgments of character, of behavior, and to take your own conclusions, and I will be giving my thoughts and my comments on it as I go. So when we left off, we were at a moment where Lil Kim and Nicki Minaj see each other at the birthday party of the oldest son at that time of Diddy, or P. Diddy. That was celebrating his sweet 16. I'm just trying to have a little light. See if I can. Is it better? Not really. It should be here, right? Okay. Let's see.
You know what I'm saying? It is nothing. You don't be this close to me and roll your eyes and put your head down and walk right past me.
Oh, sorry. My phone just fell. I don't know. I'm just jokingly saying that the last time that Nicki came in the picture, my light went off and now my phone falls. I was about to say, look at her face. Like, she's clearly bothered by something, How should I put this? Like, obviously, there are moments where you take pictures and, look at the lady there behind, near the right side of the screen. She's not in a favorable position in this picture, right? So, you gotta also pay attention not to be just blindly taken away by a narrative that's being presented to you, right? You gotta make your own judgment still, but really, so, I don't know what she's saying here. There's no subtitle, so I'm not going to risk it. Left them hanging like trash. She's still taking shots at me.
Remember, all of this didn't happen until later with me going on the road and Ray J coming out at the show and saying what he said.
Right. So, just pause. Lil Kim and Nicki Minaj first meet at January 2009. What's that? Grinding? I don't know what's that. Grading Make Money, released. Oh, that song, November 2009. So, November of the same year. Justin Combs' 16th birthday party, which is at the 2nd of January 2010. My Chick, Bad, released February 2010. Okay, Ray J on stage calling out imposters was done on June 4th, 2010. Drake on stage dissing Lil Kim on June 5th, 2010. Lil Kim interview with thisis50.com, June 10th, 2010. What did Ray J
that
say?
Didn't happen till later.
I've been seeing a lot of imitators, a lot of imposters trying to do what Kim do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a little bit irritated by the shit because I'm like straight up, Kim is the best female rapper in the game.
All right, so, excuse me. So that is where the famous clip of Drake and Nicki Minaj. That was I remember that from back in the day. That was like right 2010.
I don't give a fuck what Lil Kim or nobody else talking about.
Here's the thing. First off, Drake doesn't sound like his voice. He sounds just generally like a nice guy, or who is trying to be something he's not. I'm not even hating on Drake. There are songs that he made that I genuinely like and listen to, but in terms of his credibility here, and why would he change the narrative? Ray J said what he said. He, out of his mouth. Lil Kim didn't tell him to say that. Lil Kim didn't say anything. So why is Drake stating that Lil Kim said or nobody else? Because the point is that try to attack Kim.
You the baddest chick that ever do this shit.
So up until this time, Nicki Minaj is, as they say in the game, I mean, she's just getting famous. So they're speaking as if she's been here, like everything that came before is like non-existent, and that's the same narrative.
Whatever I said that.
I don't know what the fuck that punk pussy Drake talking about. Because at the end of the day, this nigga showed his fucking true colors by coming at me, and I'm a fucking girl. You know what I mean? Ray J is the one who said everything. You ain't mentioned this nigga name not one time. But it's
Right.
okay, because I'm going to ride with my people.
I think the video that they're showing of Drake that was years before the recording we were just seeing, I don't know if it was for television, for anything, but he is portraying like a closeted gay person. So the magazines that are falling are homoerotic magazines.
You're a whore. How bitchy do you look right now? You look like a straight pussy. Pussy.
Damn. If a bitch try to get cute, I'ma stop her. Throw a lot of money at her, then yell fuck her, fuck her, fuck her. Then yell fuck her, then I'ma go and get my Louisville Slugger. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm really such a lady. I represent Young Money, Slim Baby.
Try to get cute, I'm a snuffer. Double out of money out of them, y'all fucker, fucker, fucker. Then y'all fucker. Then I'ma go and get my Louis Vuitton fucker. Excuse me,
I mean, just this way of delivering a song, is really. I don't know if it sounds like an annoying brat. Like I don't want to talk negative about it, but it's not. It's not a usual flow that you expect from a hip hop or rap artist to flow. They have this demeanor about it, and Nicki just doesn't have that. She's different. That doesn't mean it's bad, but it is like you're like a little brat going like I don't know what that's all about.
I'm really such a lady.
Oh my god. So let me get this straight. Wait, I'm the rookie, but my features and my shows 10 times your pay, 50K for a verse, no album out on Monster 2010. And I'll say, Bride of Chucky is child's play. Just killed another career. It's a mal day. I just want to make just pause right there. I just want you to pause right there. So, for those of you that don't know, a couple of weeks or days back, I don't know, Nicki on her social media, excluding Instagram because she deleted it, she uses that character, that doll from Chucky, to she kind of, I don't know who that person was, but it was political. So that's when I really start to hear stuff about Nicki Minaj being aligned to the right of the political spectrum. And that's the first time that I actually hear anything about her politically. I mean, if you see what if you're witnessing up until this moment, would you even consider this person political at all? No, she's completely self-absorbed. She's trying to get attention at any cost, which is really lacking in certain places. Truth be told, come on. At what price? Where are you willing to go for people to get to know you so that you can say I made it? Meaning I made it is open to a lot of interpretation, might I say. So, as I was saying, it was somebody that went against something that Trump had, or his administration was doing, before the ICE agents became news and the violence of it all and taking people on the road, or this elderly man just practically naked going outside in the snow, or killings, right? There were people who were killed in broad daylight. It was not justified, even though people want to justify everything, and it doesn't fall into the category of, well, if you did what you was told, nothing would have happened. That is just overly easy done, and if you watch the videos, you know that that's just not true. There's a saying that I also like to say, it's not my phrase, but I like to say, don't piss me on my leg and telling me it's raining, right? It is like, and I see that strategic victimization with Nikki as well. Hear me out. So, is when people reframe what you did, knowing that you did something terrible, but then they present themselves as being the victim, and their victim as the portrayer of something that they did. Do you follow me? And you saw ICE, or the representatives of ICE, do that in a way. Where I caught on, I could have searched for video footage to show that. We can do that at the end, or maybe some other time. I don't want to make promises. But if you look on the internet, like the representative or the woman that is in charge of ICE, she has this big hat on. And there was another person that read the exact same script. They're reading a script. They're not talking it didn't came from their minds. They read a script. How could you justify word for word saying the same thing? You remember back in 2016 when Melania Trump said the exact same thing as Michelle Obama did? Remember that? It was a moment like that. But here it was to grossly justify a killing in broad daylight. Oh my God. So Nikki put, the doll from Chucky, again with this saying, like, I just killed another, it's a mild day. So Nikki, in a way, you can excuse her constantly and say it's just a lyric, it's just a song. Yeah, but it is what it is. Who you talking to? And do you want to here's the thing, if you're willing to defend somebody that had a behavior that is so gross and neglecting, you're part of that gross neglection as well if you're defending that, right? That's just say it how it is. That's what it is, point blank. You can spin it off how you want to, but it is what it is, and there's nothing else to add to it. Like I said what I said. So Nikki, here in 2010, in her debut, I think it's from her debut album, she was already like that. So I just want to say another thing, folks that believe that they can change other people, I highly doubt it. And the only person that can change somebody is themselves. And you can only help a person if they are allowing or willing to get help. Most of the time, they won't even admit that they're in the wrong. And that's the problem right there. They will never listen. It's very unfortunate, but don't waste your time on those people, because they are not going to be appreciative of your time and your energy. Now, let's move on. So just to say, Nikki kind of still uses these tricks today.
All the female rappers out there that's
What? And don't shout out at me, all the female rappers out there that
getting money. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't making moves, like, don't mention it. Don't even think about it.
Okay, what's this all
I
about?
have nothing to say to you. Other than that,
And the song Roman's Revenge.
yeah.
There are a lot of females who...
What is this? Why is she looking like... I don't want to use the expression like a deranged person, but how am I supposed to look at this? What is she, every time she shows a behavior that is everybody looks at this is saying, is she okay? Is everything good upstairs? Is she playing an act to get away with something that she knows fully is wrong? What is she saying?
criticized you.
Okay, Roman's Revenge is who? Let's go back a little bit. There's a lot of females who criticize you. That's what she was saying.
Roman's Revenge.
Yeah.
There are a lot of females who criticized you Like, who are you talking about? What are you talking about? What do you...
Here was her chance, had she said exactly who that was for, maybe people would caught on, and would Nicki Minaj, got that relevance back in that particular moment in time? I think not. And you know what? I might be in the wrong here, and don't take me wrong, but this behavior I only know about people who are, and I'm not a psychiatrist or whatever, just based off of life experience. When you're in the presence of somebody who's a complete goddamn narcissist, and I'm not saying Nicki Minaj is one, but this behavior of manipulating the narrative, not saying, or how should I put this, not being willing to acknowledge or take responsibility for what you're saying. Like, you won't do it when people are present. You just do it when they turn their back. That's, and like a narcissist, the worst thing that you can do to a narcissist is in front of everybody, like, take their mask off. They lose their crap. Because the tricks that they were pulling off and were using to manipulate everybody there, if the mask falls off, they know they don't have power over anybody. And when I see this, because I saw this clip already, I already know. She's going to refuse to talk about it.
Oh, okay.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing.
So here's what. People are just need to make up in their own minds, who just assume who she's referring to.
When you put out records, only the guilty ones feel like you're talking about them.
Okay.
So here's the thing. Only the guilty ones are going to feel that you're talking about them. Really? About years of writing that nasty stuff, Nicki.
If you have nothing to worry about, if you never came out saying...
So what is she saying? If you have nothing to worry about, just let me openly attack you so that I can move up at your expense. That's what she's saying.
If you never been, came out saying you're ungrateful book, then you wouldn't worry about it.
Oh.
But I don't get into that. I feel like my music, my fans know everything that's going on.
My fans know everything that's what's going on. No, they don't. They just assume. And you know damn well that your fans are way too young to remember who Lil Kim or Trina or Eve or the Brat or any of these people. They don't know them in 2010. They don't know who they are. They're probably like, what, 10, 12? I'm just taking a wild guess at this moment in time, right? So there needs to be a compliance with her audience being ignorant. And I'm not saying that as an insult. I'm saying, what is ignorance? Ignorance means just simply you not knowing any better. You just don't know enough. So you're being manipulated. And she's using that to say, I trust them, so that they will be like defending her at any cost. That's what she's doing.
Every time I
and meanwhile releasing lyrics like you're shitting on them, right?
Every time I spit raps, my fans...
I actually didn't caught on with that. I didn't pay enough attention to realize that. And I wasn't completely like tone deaf. I was aware, again. I want to stress that out, but really I just didn't notice that it was subliminally done at this degree. My God, excuse me. Oh my God. Yeah, there's a lot of bad weather here, so at the other week I kind of lost my voice, so just hold on just a minute. Excuse me. If this wasn't live, I could have just cut that part out. Let's keep going.
No, I'm talking about what I'm talking about. I don't have to sit up here and detail it. No, for what?
Gotcha.
This is about Playtime.
No, for what? Like, it's a waste of time. But then you go on and make songs about it. So, and why are people cheering? What are you cheering about? Huh? It's about like getting back to a has-been. Yeah, I said it, has-been. Hang it up, flat screen. So here's the thing. People that back in the day thought this was something to cherish and be proud of. Oh, look at what she's done or what she's saying. I remember this song, but I was not really into listening to Nicki Minaj like that. You can, in a more innocent way, say that, well, she's just looking for an enemy and to feel empowered. You know, just like a fantasy. It's just a song. But no, if you go and look at it, if you think about it, this is being directed towards Kim or other people that came before. It's just being disrespectful. There's nothing empowering there. It's about not uniting and doing the opposite. How can you not see that? Well, she's just right. Another copy. Look at how she implements what you're supposed to think. Nobody is mad that she take the spot. How can you take somebody's spot? You know, think about it for a second. Even if you're at work, there is a lot of people that want to say, well, nobody is insubstitutable, or you know, nobody can take your spot. But here's the thing: somebody will take that spot. Imagine if you die, right? Somebody has to take that spot. Will it be the same? Of course not. Your nature and the uniqueness of what makes everybody unique, you cannot copy that. And I think that Nicki is just trying to tap on that, on people that don't think too profoundly and just enough to think, well, that just kind of makes sense, and then immediately support her. Like, how ignorant can you be? And here's the thing: everybody was ignorant at a certain moment in time. Everybody was young, right? You didn't know any better. But the thing is, it is so invasive, it's so perversive, you know, and corrosive. I mean, what are you promoting here in this behavior? Just like being bitchy and catty. That's just it. And trying to say things like forced trauma. You're in the back, I'm in the front. Like, what a brat. And here's what's humiliating is that you're trying to take her spot, as you're saying, by imitating her. Copying is the highest form of flattery, so bitch, you're a fan. What can I say? Like, what the fuck is this? Are you gonna tell me that out of all of the people that followed Nicki Minaj through all these years didn't caught on to any of this? I don't think that people waste their time doing that. They don't invest their time doing that. Or you know from your memory of when Kim was really prevalent and everywhere, or you're just not gonna know, right? And another thing, like even me, I knew, and there's so much here that I just didn't know about. I'm repeating myself, but I'm really appalled that it was at this point, like at this extent. And okay, they're now doing a comparison from the Don't Matter What People Say that had Missy Elliott as a featured guest in the video. And this is the Super Bass video this is like 2000, 2001, and this is like 2010, if I'm not mistaken. What are they comparing? The dress? Oh, man. Alright, so this part here is when they put in a video clip, part of the remix. And you can hear Diddy's voice on there slightly. I remember that. So the full track on the record doesn't have that moment. That was just for the video. What are they comparing? The way that they're dressed, kinda? And there's a part here where they have like glow-in-the-dark paint over them. When the remix come on, that's where that part is shot in the Lil' Kim video. Here's the thing, I remember this, right? And this was one of the first songs that I heard from Nicki Minaj was a collaboration with Will.I.Am, which was basically covering a video Kill the Radio Star. And I thought, why are you just ruining a good song? Well, at least people have an excuse to try and listen to the original. But I thought, I don't remember what they were saying. I just remember the part of the original song. For me, that was what it was. I remember Super Bass. I thought, well, maybe Nicki is more coming into her own, even though obviously there was that Lil Kim influence. But I didn't saw or thought, well, you're imitating the don't matter what people say dress code in this video blatantly. I remember those Ice Cube what's that called, speakers. I thought that was really cool. Well, even the dancing seems like an improvised thing. Look at this. I did not make this connection, and I knew fully this song. I remember when that was new. Well, let me see. What are they trying to compare? The choreography? I mean, hear me out. There are differences here. I think Lil Kim's video, and not to talk bad about Minaj's choreography and video, but there are certain people that are not dancers. They're not designed to be dancers. You know, they just simply well, they hired a choreographer, and you cannot, as a choreographer, expect that people just pick up on the dance sequence that you're giving them. And then there are people, there are artists that are involved in creating that. They're hands-on. But there's, to facilitate, I like to believe, this is just my opinion, that sometimes they just improvise within that choreography that they learn, right? There are certain cues, like poses on Lil Kim's video, that just glows well. And whereas Nicki Minaj's video, she's moving and all that, but it's not that sharp compared to what Lil Kim was doing. Right? Even from the camera angles. And obviously there are, you see that? Like pose just, and the camera is moving very close and the lady's doing a dance around Kim. There's more depth to that. Let me see. Wait, let me go a little bit back. Let's look at Super Bass one. Maybe it's just maybe it's just a preference thing. But can you see that close shot? Because Lil Kim, in Lil Kim, they even have different dress codes. They have the jeans and they have the shorts, right? Whereas the Nicki Minaj, they only have the shorts like the whole time. Well, okay. This is like from 2009, 10. Some that was also when still when Lil Kim was more, up until that point, more recently, just doing new songs, showing as a collaborating artist on other people's songs. I think she came with Dancing with the Stars, and a man called Dawson. I don't remember his name very well. Was that right? Like they won something, right? I didn't see Dancing with the Stars. But he's featured in the video as a guest, and the song was Computer Love. Everybody like recognized, obviously that was a cover. But I remember a lyric of Lil Kim when she was like, I'm gonna send him a message on his Gmail, like calling him a G. I thought that was funny, you know. This was like 15 years ago, and I still remember that. So around the same time, and this dance, improvised dance, Nicki felt obligated to use that. Well, so this is from the same year. This is the How Many Licks video. All right, again from the same video. This is like a moment where Lil Kim is being fabricated into like real size dolls. That's how it starts. They're like the dolls are like being made, right? My camera stopped filming. I'm sorry. Like on the Lil Kim video, they're rotating on the platform, whereas on Nicki Minaj, they're just standing constantly in the same, set. I don't know. I mean, it's so easy to discredit this and say, well, me filming an artist completely on her left side is now copying Lil Kim. Don't be ridiculous. But if you look at these videos, why was there a need for you to literally duplicate the same style of shots? Because if you see this is a narrative or a way of looking at the same thing that probably would not do that beforehand. Ha 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 ha, I cracked myself up.
No, for what? Gotcha.
What? Right, I don't have to explain, and then they go back to the...
Cracked myself up.
Oh, sorry. Go to the Wendy Williams.
Detail it. No, for what?
Gotcha.
This is about Playtime.
So let me get this straight. She when she talks about it, this is what she's saying. But then she goes on and like imitates even these shots. Got to... Excuse me. This just shot off. Got 2 bones to pick. Wait a minute. Maybe I'm gonna put my other phone. I mean, here's the thing. I gotta fix up my lighting because I do have quite a lot of light going on, but the brightness of the CRT screen is just so much that the camera just adjusts to brightness. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, let's hope this doesn't fall again. wait. Ah, man. These are the type of things that you don't want to happen during a live stream, right? How am I going to put this here? Okay. It's not pleasant to look directly at the flash. My God, my eyes. Okay. So got 2 bumps to pick. I'm only choose one. You might get addressed on the second album, which means you can breathe till I motherfucking say so. I'm the best. Look, how desperate and how insecure must you be to call attract you? I'm the best. Oh God, sorry about that. No copyright. Like, I don't see Lil Kim or anybody else try to do it. Yeah, you can say it within a phrase or a line. Yeah, I'm the best. I remember a lyric from Eve, which I found funny back in those. I mean, it was from the same year as How Many Licks and No Matter What People Say, which was Who's That Girl by Eve. There's a line where she says, why you listen to other shit while you got the best here? Something like that. And I thought it was funny as hell. I just thought it was funny. What?
Just let them pump blow steam.
We ain't making up. I don't need a mediator. Just let them bumps blow steam. Radiator. Did it on them.
Radiator.
Making I don't need... Right. So they're confronting with their Minaj contradicting herself, because if you look at the album that she was promoting on Wendy Williams, while she was saying, I don't even have to explain, my fans know who I'm talking about, whatever. And then you go on your record doing nothing but taking jabs at the person that you want to become. If you could turn back time, share, you used to be here, now you're gone, there. I don't have to sit up here and detail it. Competition? Why, yes, I would love some. How the what's that? The competition? I think the song that I was speaking about previously, check it out. That's the name. That's where they heavily sampled Video Killed the Radio Star. Excuse me. Competition? Why, yes, I would love some. How the fuck they getting mad? Because they run done. She's really focused on like putting words into people's mouth and feeding a narrative that only exists in Nicki Minaj's head, apparently. I don't know what else to say. Is she speaking about herself, really? Fuck my nemesis, exclamation just for emphasis. And I don't sympathize because you're a simple bitch. That's really not explaining. Your game over, bitch. Cater ride, wet towel. If you didn't have to say your ungrateful bullshit, then you wouldn't worry about it. Well, you see, this just gives me the validation of my previous point, which is she accuses others of doing what she herself is in reality doing herself, right? And she's trying to flip the guilt.
She's a very contradicting creature.
Very contradicting creature indeed. Chapter 10. Better listen, I'm gonna murder them. Any competition, I'm gonna murder them. So that was a Lil Kim lyric. Miami, your accent sound faker than Dylan, murder them. Fuck a competition, I already murdered them. What is the creativity that Minaj brings to the table here? A cheap shot.
Saying you're ungrateful, bull, then you wouldn't worry about it.
Right.
You don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Well, precisely, Nikki.
Feel the need to put somebody down and make yourself feel better.
Yeah, Nikki, that's right. How humiliating. I mean, if you actually took the time to analyze it, but let me say, in reality, these parts where she's kind of like, she seems to be right? It kind of makes you see, oh, she's kind of right. Yeah, I agree. Everybody else is just a hater. Like, how can you go on board with that? And particularly after seeing all of this, right? You can just be willfully ignorant to one side.
Why in the black communities we gotta hate on each other instead of saying, thank you for showing me love?
How hypocritical can you be, right? Gee, I wonder what people must feel after what you said about Trump. Aligning yourself with those policies of his. Kind of makes you wonder. I don't know for sure, but when Nicki Minaj, was she born in America? Or did she came, because she said from Jamaica, right? I'm not sure about this part. I need to look. I need to search before speaking. But kind of makes you wonder. So are you aligning yourself with policies, whereas if you were poor and in other people's shoes, you would have been gone. I don't know what Nicki Minaj is doing, because you see, I was right. I was right at what I said in the previous video. Politically and ideologically speaking, she's team herself.
Thank you for, like keeping my name alive.
So she wanted to be seen after all these attacks as Lil Kim being submissive or whoever. Like, thank you for keeping my name alive. How delusional can you be?
Because everything I got from her, even though, it was disrespectful or, it was offensive, I'm sure, to you and everything. But what I heard her saying was that she was hurt. Like, she maybe felt like, she felt like I guess she, in her words, had given interviews where she kind of bigged you up and said this, and then you kind of just,
Oh, let me tell you something. The girl is not as stupid as people think she is. She knows exactly what she's doing just to make people feel sorry for her. That's her thing. She's a very contradicting creature. And
that says it all. But the thing is, if Minaj or whoever, imagine it was not Nicki Minaj, it was somebody else. If you want to impose a narrative that only is convenient to the person that is speaking, how convenient? Because don't matter what Lil Kim or anybody would have said. It's like they are expecting that reaction, because if they already implemented the version in people's minds that benefits them, everybody's going to interpret as a skewed version, like, oh, they're just hating, look at him. You know, and that's really sad how easily manipulated
And
people
I
can
noticed
be.
that about her. So it's cool because I'm so spiritually connected that I always knew everything that's in the dark is going to reveal itself in the light pretty soon. And I really feel like now it's about to happen, and it is. It's going to happen because
When was this now? 15 years ago?
God made it so that I can have my way back in and really, you know what I'm saying, represent the right way in this game for the females. Because I look at it like she was happy when Baby and Slim and them decided to say, we're not going to mess with her. We used her. We got what we want.
I think that Lil Kim is speaking about was a moment in time where Lil Kim was having a shift in her music style. And I think she briefly worked with Young Money. But can you believe that? And Slim was the man that invited her or got her to work on a few tracks. And that man wanted to put Nicki without saying to Lil Kim who that was, but Lil Kim already knew. She was like, you can put anybody who you want on this song. So it kind of felt like, even commercially, like you took her style as a sponge. You kind of took the new direction that Lil Kim was going, even if people weren't appreciative of that. That's not the point, you know. Her moving as a free agent, not associated with Atlantic Records. And then I believe that they sold the song on iTunes and then they pulled it. So there were plans to make a video and then all of us, or to do concerts or play it live, and then it was all pulled. And that's obviously going to see like they were just trying to use Lil Kim even more. And that's just nasty, because then it was a system that was using Lil Kim. You know, that's just horrible.
She wanted to be the only one out there.
You see, she wanted to be the only one out there.
You say those are the people that she's one of the people that you came listening to. Did it hurt your feelings?
It hurt.
Yeah,
It hurt me. It hurt my feelings because I remember I saw her on the tour with Wayne. And
So here's what happened. Lil Kim was on tour with Lil Wayne.
And I had been hearing, in the business, people talk behind the scenes. And I remember I ran into Foxy, and Foxy said, why you keep on giving props to Kim? She don't like you.
Foxy Brown, excuse me. I think back in the day, like in the early 2000s or late 90s, I remember this feeling like as if there was a certain fight or something going on between Lil Kim and Foxy Brown. Like they were not appreciative of each other. But this is simply not true up until that extent. Because I remember there were videos of Foxy Brown, which I know very little of, and her saying like, she's amazing, she's good, she's queen, she's doing herself, she's the queen bee. That is Lil Kim's name or nickname. That's why her logo is a bee. And I think that was a nickname that Notorious B.I.G. gave her. Today, Queen Bee, that's associated with Beyonce, I think. But that's Lil Kim. That's something that came with Lil Kim like in the 90s. Do y'all know that? So, Nicki Minaj is giving her own account and version how did supposedly Lil Kim behaved. Excuse me.
What made you like? How she inspired you?
I don't care what happened 50 years ago.
Right, she had this song like, I don't care what happened 50 years ago, like these time machine bitches, these washed up bitches, and then here she is, and within an interview talking candidly about someone else besides Lil Kim.
The same way she inspired every other female. I mean, you know what I'm saying? She always held her own with the dudes. You know what I'm saying? And that you listen to Foxy Brown with niggas and you never feel like, oh, here comes the female part. You know what I'm saying? She always holds her own and make a nigga want to, be like,
Right, it wasn't Lil Kim, it was Foxy Brown, sure.
She came into our dressing room. She went and used the bathroom and stuff. And I stopped her. I was like, I want to make sure everything is cool with us because I'm a fan first. Is everything good? Yeah, everything good. We good.
Look at these idiots laughing. Like everybody just assumes that your account of things is automatically true. Right? Who knows? Maybe it's not.
Hugs and kisses. Can I take a picture with you? I love you, you know.
Look at her playing the victim.
This is somebody that I looked at highly.
Really? Oh, we can really see that through your lyrics, girl.
We took a
Highly.
picture, everything was good.
Didn't go down like that. Come on.
Look at
somebody
Kim saying what
we
happened.
did. What? I had to win her throat, snatched her larynx out. You kidding me?
Damn.
Kidding me?
So how did it go? How did it actually play
Well,
out?
what happened was I had to go to the bathroom because I went there to perform for Keisha Cole. Like
Right, I remember that collaboration.
She asks me to take a picture with me, and I'm like, of course. But you know, I think I used the bathroom first or whatever, and I came out. And I took
I
a
remember this
with
picture
her.
on the internet.
And then,
I'm gonna put it on Foxy. But yeah, shout out to her for being a real bitch, you know what I'm saying? And to all y'all fake bitches out there, please.
Look at this. It's like she's looking, facing, like there's a camera pointing at her as she's facing away from the camera, casually looking at the camera and then moving away most of the time. Giving props to somebody I believe that she could have looked up to, but obviously doesn't compare to Lil Kim. That's just what it is. And then when not saying Lil Kim and talking indirectly, she looks directly at the camera and takes shots at Kim again.
Nikki, let me ask you, when you first was on Meet Foxy, was you like, oh shit?
We and Foxy spoke a few times on the phone, so that's why like when people always ask me, "Oh, you have beef with Foxy?" I'm like, actually, it's complete opposite. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And to let y'all know, what it
How
is with
pretentious
Foxy
can you
is
be?
that
Jesus.
Just don't approach her fucked up. It's
Right.
the Brooklyn in her. That's a makeup break on her, man. You know what I'm saying? Let them know, man.
And so I said, you know, I tapped her and I said, we need to talk because I like you.
We need to talk because I like you. That is the first time that I'm actually knowing that about this.
Said it like that. You know, I like you.
That's
She
Brooklyn.
failed. Exactly.
Brooklyn.
She failed to mention that, but it's cool. So I said, I said, we need to talk because I like you.
And from day
Here's the thing. You can also say, well, you're automatically believing everything that Lil Kim is saying. But really, that is very suspicious. That is very suspicious. Like, oh my God.
one, Foxy was very like, you know, she's always a boss bitch, but she always made me feel like, yo, you know what I'm saying, I like you, and that's big coming from her, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to her for being a real bitch, you know what I'm saying, and to all y'all fake bitches out there, please.
You mean like yourself?
You know? And I remember I ran into Foxy, and Foxy said, why you keep on giving props to Kim?
For the record, Nikki and I never had that conversation ever. Oh my God.
She don't like you. She was like, the girl be dissing you.
Is that the official account of Foxy? Oh my God, how
Like,
embarrassing.
when, you know, in conversation. And I said, I'm so much of a like, diehard. I was like, until I hear her say something about me, I'm going to continue paying my respect to her in my interviews.
Why would you already have that thought? Until I heard her saying something about me, like that being negative. So that only exists in your narrative and in your mind, Nicki Minaj. Like, and up until this point, Lil Kim didn't say anything publicly or musically. Keep that in mind. These were years of this.
That's what I did. I kept on doing it.
Years. My
That's why
God.
everybody came out and said, Nicki always shows you love. Like, what are you talking about? You know, the whackers, I don't even call them rappers, the whackers now to me, that, you know, they try to start some controversy by using my name, and, you know,
Fuck you, bloggers.
Bloggers, everybody starts controversy using my name. Isn't that what you always done up until this point? Yet you're criticizing a tactic that you yourself used.
Shout out to the king bitch Fox Boogie Brown is holding it down. You
Okay,
understand me? You
okay.
understand me?
Alright.
Shout out to my girl Remy Ma, 'cause she was the real bitch.
Remy Ma? Didn't she have some problem with Remy Ma later on? I remember, wasn't that Remy Ma that broke the record of Nicki Minaj winning Best Female Hip Hop or Rap at the Billboard Awards? I don't know what to say.
When I, you know what I'm saying, she kept shit real with me. But I just got a shout out to real bitches. I don't fuck with you. I don't fuck with the fuckery, and I don't fuck with the fake. I'm Nicki Minaj.
That's not even your real name, but okay. Well, Lil Kim, I think she's called Kimberly Jones, so that's just abbreviation.
That was the bipolarism kicking in.
Thank you.
That was the other person.
know
That must have been Roman Zelensky or somebody.
Oh no. Oh
Damn.
no.
Girl,
Oh,
Here they go.
I got a story to tell.
come on with it.
Oh, I remember when this came out. This came out way later. When Lil Kim released a mixtape composed of all of the Minaj's debut album songs, and in an old school way, kind of officially dissed for the first time Nicki Minaj. So here's Lil Kim officially responding through her work now as a free and solo artist. So she's not backed up by a major label. That's very important because it's not the same thing. It will never be the same thing with her. You cannot compare you being signed to a major record label and just being an independent artist. And with the unfortunate idea that I don't know how old Lil Kim was here. I think she was pushing 40. And always when you think about rap or hip hop, you turn that to younger people or younger generation, unfortunately, because they die or because they leave or they have other positions in the music industry, or it's not a visible thing, majority speaking, right? And it's even more rare as you go to the female side of it. Who else do you know is 40, 50 years old and still in rap? I cannot name anybody besides what Lil Kim or Missy Elliott. And Missy Elliott had the unfortunate event of having health problems. So Missy Elliott stopped also around these times. That was a very well-known sample used in the year 2000. That's from the King Kong movies, right? I remember this. Who the fuck want war? Fat X straight to the front door. It'll be a murder scene. I'm turning Pink Friday to Friday the 13th. Right, because that was the title of Nicki Minaj's album. She started this.
You know what? And I like how you clear things up, and that's why we're having this discussion right now, because there was all of those tracks before you put out your track. Sorry, bunch of swagger jackets.
Look at that. I remember this video. It was like imagining how Nicki Minaj was creating her persona, copying Lil Kim. And I remember they had a carbon copy of the same doll, and then this kid that was playing with the dolls just preferred the original.
I should claim you on my income tax.
I cannot put this on. It's going to be flagged.
Business, I'm gonna handle my business. And I also have to fight for my fans. You know what I mean? What kind of message would that send to my fans if I just said, oh, I'm gonna just lay back and just whatever. You know what I mean?
Right, but hear me out. How would Lil Kim sell this? It was not something that was going to appear at the same places or the same level or promoted equally like when she was backed up by a major record label. So it's going to seem like it's an underground thing and probably underperformed compared to Nicki Minaj, her sales. And obviously, if you're young and impressionable and you see this is only going to feed into the narrative that Nicki Minaj was already conveniently portraying for herself. So that's I don't know if that's something in Lil Kim's advantage. I don't think it works to Lil Kim's advantage. The point here is this is the first time Lil Kim's answering, but you can also make the argument that this is a mistake. This is what Nicki Minaj wanted even more, right? So now, can you imagine this? If Lil Kim now is going to make interviews to promote this mixtape, if she did it, I don't know. Obviously, people are now going to ask about Nicki Minaj, whereas previously, Nicki Minaj, when she had interviews, everybody asked about Kim. Did you saw that happening?
I smell it.
No? I'm about to kill all you bitches like Ted Bundy. Leave your whole head red like Pig Bunny. You're hilarious. Thanks for all the laughs. You're garbage. So I'm taking out the trash because I tried. And because they just showed you the doll's ass just falling. Like, I'm a little bit, my personality, my image, my character was a little bit sabotaged.
You got to pay for me having to even go through that because it didn't have to be like that. For people thinking, you got to pay for people thinking that I was hating on homegirl. Come on now. It's not even.
How would you pay? Would you? I mean, so you're not.
Here's the thing: if Lil Kim wanted to do this, wouldn't it be appropriate to have done that earlier? I mean, she was touring with Wayne and whatnot. Didn't she have new music out back then, or was she promoting these collaborations she was doing on other people's records? So here's the irony of it: Lil Kim was collaborating on other people's records while Minaj was taking shots at her, but Lil Kim didn't fire back, right? She just marched her own drum. Interesting to see.
You're not close to coming to a table, talking it out, and doing business.
Only if money is involved. Because at this point, it's about, feeding me, my family, and everybody else since they didn't want to break bread.
Okay.
Bottom line.
I don't know about that. Did Lil Kim actually trademark her style? I don't know about that, because if she did, she could have simply just sued Minaj and she had to pay. Nicki now. So this is what Nicki had to say. You're a nut, tell her quack quack. She a motherfucking duck duck, chew goose. She a Saturday Night Live spoof. Basically calling her a joke. Yeah, I took the spot. She gone. Poof. Me and Casey Deuce. Oh, and she's with Keisha Cole doing that. One of the ladies that Lil Kim had a song or a featured song at the same year or the year before. That's nasty. And why did Keisha Cole say yes to this? I don't like that. I didn't like knowing this at all. I remember, was it Keisha Cole that was featured in a Tupac's album released in 2006? The song was Play Your Cards Right. Was it her? She was seen as a very promising artist back in those days. That's disappointing. This is disappointing. What's that? I never saw this actually.
You my girl. Keisha didn't say anything.
She didn't say nothing, but like she was co-signing in the back of the
right. Just the fact that she accepted to be on a song. Are you gonna tell me that Keisha didn't cut off?
When people you're close with are sitting there while other people are disrespectful to you.
Here's the thing: is that so? Nicki Minaj is deliberately again going through Lil Kim's contact list, trying to have professional relationships established with the people that Lil Kim was working with. That's
almost
like a parasite. My God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I do.
Fuck all whack bitches, old ass bitches. Nicki 1000 chimpanzees is hating, but take it all in stride. Put her in a jungle with bananas on the side. This was a remix for Britney Spears back in 2011. Told you you'd receive your career. Excuse me. Told you they'd revive your career, but somebody lied. I ain't talking poultry when I say this chicken's fried. My God, this woman is really like obsessed. Was you tired? You needed a break? You was hot when, Ricky Lake? it must hurt to sell your album off PayPal, especially when you're in the game 15-20. And yes, Lil Kim saw that. It wasn't an album, it was a mixtape. She did sell it on PayPal, and I remember reading it broke a record. However, I don't think there was an official like number released or who did the counting of it. And here's the thing: why would you? Okay, obviously that's going to be news, but the point was not how many copies you sell. The point was to make justice, really. Like I'm aware, and this is my answer to you. So Nicki Minaj said took that, the fact that Lil Kim for the first time bought back, and she tried to take advantage of it as well. You was hot when Shock teamed up with Penny. Man, you was magic. I mean, look at you now, ho. You're just tragic. You're a tragedy, you're a parody, last name and first name Raggedy. So here, it's getting tired already. Just reading these lyrics, like it's always the same trick, always the same tactics. Nicki just didn't evolve, you know. She just adapted to survive, doing the same thing. That's really disappointing. This pussy clean, this pussy squeaky, that pussy old, that pussy creaky. You mad. All in the same year, my God. You've been whack, might send some Brooklyn niggas get you kidnapped, but your bitch ass hit the dryer cause you washed. Splish splash. Yeah, like this is all that's on her mind, is that it? As for your career, dad, Ghostbuster. Same old corny ass lyrics, again, Black Friday, Nicki Minaj.
How can you diss somebody that you obviously look up to, you're obviously inspired to be like, and you've stolen their whole image?
Right. I don't know who this man is.
I just don't understand what's gone on so deep for Nicki Minaj to feel like that.
Right. Nobody asked that question.
She's obviously a very, very confused woman. You can't mention hip-hop without mentioning Lil Kim's name. She's a veteran. And it really frustrates me that people are kind of scared in a way to say, oh yeah, I'm inspired by Lil Kim, this and that. Because
why would people be scared?
Because she talks sex, because she's raunchy, and because she's gone there. And that really frustrates me, and so if I could give any advice to you, it would be stop doing that, because you really are a dickhead.
You really are a dickhead. Did he say that? Let me just lower the volume a little bit. That was really low in terms of value. I mean, kind-hearted, but if you are going to believe that Nicki is going to not be her true self, which is being this, unless she accepts this as being a problem and looks for, psychological help. But first, you got to admit that this is a problem. And she's not. I don't see that. Stop doing that because you're really a dick.
My fans were more fumed than I was. They were the ones like, do you see this? Do you hear this? And I'm like, But at the end of the day, I understood what they were feeling.
But at the beginning of the day, niggas was doing hijacking. You know what I'm saying?
That's not paying homage?
That's not paying homage.
You stirred it up. You got, some of the Barbs, her little Barbs mad. You had your fans and stuff. What's going on with this? Why is there so much competition? Can we all just, get along?
I like the I don't know if this is a radio person, but you sound kind of stupid right now. And playing along with the narrative that Minaj is telling. So now it's Lil Kim that is not willing to get along, really? And she should get along with somebody who's been behaving like that? How dumb can you be? I don't like calling people dumb or smart, but how insulting.
She's like, no.
That is so funny. No, I'm just laughing because, that's my model from the beginning.
I just felt like that was the most emotional.
I'm just laughing because that was my motto from the beginning.
and truthful storyline.
Yeah.
Really? Why all the long pauses? Why these bugging out? What's the deal? I mean, what's this all about? This is just this song playing. And dot, point dot, right? So what's this now? What's this?
What else? In case you didn't know all my names, let me tell you who I am. I'm Nicki Minaj, aka Nicki Minaj, aka the one, aka the president, aka the boss, aka write my own shit, aka sit on your face is nothing. So now that you know who I am, hit me up and tell me who you are. Bye.
MySpace is definitely corrupting the world. It's your girl, Honey Girl, aka Queen B, aka Lil Kim.
You even had to copy. I really didn't know about this. This is just sad. Really, you had to imitate this?
AKA Miss White, AKA that bitch, Miss Go. Yeah. I get in ya! I go motherfucking enema.
I'm speechless right now. How desperate can you be to copy a skit on an album or a mixtape? Like, I don't even know what to comment. You could have said anything, pulled out anything out your ass, yet you had to copy again. Here's the thing. This is just going so way beyond of what I knew and imagined that I'm almost feeling like, it can't be true. It can be Nicki didn't do all of that, and that's a hell of a realization. Like even me, I'm trying to. I mean, I cannot deny what I witnessed right here. This is just. I feel ashamed even. I kind of feel like I need to stop and take some air. I don't know what to say. How embarrassing. Here's the thing that I find very strange. Why is it that people that obviously had to knew, within people's circles, they just didn't knew anything, they didn't say, they didn't do, they just let it go. I don't know what to make about it. Somebody's always watching.
Somebody's always watching. What do you mean by that?
Playtime is over, right?
We gave y'all that movie already, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? And if it come back that way, then we give y'all another movie.
What's she talking about? What movie? Wait a minute.
When I jump home,
I'm holding it down for
Chapter 12.
You done? You're not gonna go at him no more? Because it's kind of like a bully. You know when a bully picks on a kid?
Nobody in here. I don't go at
Did it on him. Yeah, but tragedy.
I don't go at him. Is it me or did I put these rap?
Look at her lying. Mad because I'm at the Grammy with the booth. But here's the thing, Nicki. But at least Lil Kim has a Grammy. You don't. You're the one that's always looking at numbers and. I mean, her comparisons, like she puts so much value on stuff that really are not valuable at all. How embarrassing. I cannot play this because it's a copyrighted song, I bet.
I'm not writing records about any girls in the game, past or present. But you bitches.
Really, past or present? Oh my God, what a hypocrite. If you were to go to the dictionary and put hypocrite, Nicki Minaj's face is gonna show up. I bet you. Oh, that was... You remember her?
That only did rap and now they're washed and they living in low income housing. Is that women? Just so that a nigga...
Why are you making fun of people that live in low income housing? Like, you talking out of your ass. You don't even know that. And there's no evidence to back up what you're saying. And look at this expression. Does this seem like somebody who's okay? I mean, I don't want to be mean, but man, I cannot deny what I'm seeing here. I don't know. I mean, that's. I don't know what to say.
In the street could give me a fucking dap? Us the same nigga that didn't buy my album any fucking way that downloaded the shit?
Exactly.
Just get the fuck out of here.
Where did the beef?
Anyways, they don't compare it, but there was a line in the Naked Truth album that Lil Kim went like, "Don't download, you gotta buy that motherfucker to impress me." Something like that, right? Okay, let's see.
Ever come from you and Nicki Minaj? It seems like you just don't get along. She kind of idolized you when she first came out with, a lot of...
Here's the thing. She kind of idolizes you, but you didn't hear her. You just heard her say something close to that, like just a few times compared to the amount of bad behavior that she was having. And these people then are quick to feed this narrative and ask this to Lil Kim when she shows up. The nerve of it all.
The stuff she did, whether it was her mixtapes, whether it was the same posters, the same
Every
posters.
female rapper coming up under Kim idolized Kim.
Right.
Absolutely.
So what happened? What was the left turn where it was just like...
Can I ask you this?
Absolutely.
Ask you a question. Okay. How come when I come up places they want to ask me these questions, but they don't never ask her?
Oh, we definitely did.
Yeah.
And when they ask her, I don't need to talk about this. My friends know what I'm saying.
No, let me tell you something.
And you know what she said? She said she didn't know. That was it.
Right.
Like she said she idolized you.
She has a way of trying to avoid the situation, and y'all let her.
Precisely.
But it's okay.
Now, there's a lot of female rappers taking shots at you. Some of them are known, some of them are unknown. Why are they taking shots at you? Because I haven't really heard you go at anybody. I haven't heard you go at one
You're not
person.
about to do that. Bitch, raggedy.
This guy's ignorant. Because for a moment I thought it was the same Lil Kim interview, but wait.
Way of trying to avoid the situation.
I haven't heard you go at one person.
I haven't heard you go on any person about... Well, here's the thing. It's done subliminally. So she's not saying the name. Excuse me. She's not saying the name, but she's saying it nevertheless. And then she goes on interviews, like on television or radio stations, going around and say, if this bothers you, you know who you are. Like she said something that was righteous. No, you're just being nasty. That's what you're doing. And she uses the ignorance of people. Or, again, not insultingly that I use that term. Ignorance is simply not knowing, right? And that's a part of the manipulation, what you don't know, so that she can then insert her narrative to benefit herself. Just a moment. Oh, excuse me. Oh, just wait a minute. Okay. You're at the bottom of the barrel scrapping. Wait, let me take the caption out. Raggedy Ann could never be a Barbie, bitch. You're at the top of the barrel scraping. Like the irony of it all is that Nicki Minaj, I mean, she's talking about herself really. It's always the same pattern. It's always like the same thing. Just give me a moment because I need to take out this memory card and put in another one, okay? Just a moment. Don't go anywhere. I was just about to say, this is what happens when you like work alone. Just a sec. Just a sec. Okay. Just a moment, just a moment. Okay. I just need to put these files. I just need to transfer these files and I'll be right back. Just a moment. Don't go anywhere. Okay. Where were we?
Some of them are known, some of them are unknown. Why are they?
You gotta understand something. If somebody says, "I love you, but I hate you," that's not homage.
But we don't hear
At
that.
the same,
Look at him, but we don't hear that. You're not paying attention though, and that's the main. This is how she gets away with it, and the way that Lil Kim carries herself when she's for the first, I mean, times in publicly in an interview. This was years after this was going on. You know, she still has to go about it in a certain way, not to be seen as a bitter old person. That's just so.
I don't want to hear it.
I mean,
If you don't want to hear
if
it,
I'm not,
if you don't want to hear it,
if I hear
you're
somebody
not
say
gonna
I
hear
love Kim, and then I hear her going at somebody on the record, I'm not gonna think she's going at you.
it. No, but you.
In personal conversation, she never told me
If you
that.
hear somebody say, "Screw this person, screw that, and that," same person that they said they love.
Well, she said that after you decapitated her on her mixtape cover.
How ignorant can you be? So everybody then pays attention and knows or accepts like a response after Lil Kim waited for years to give an official response. How disappointing is that? How disappointing.
This is
All
weird.
right, listen, we can't argue because Little Kim has her feeling on what she's heard and what she knows
But
from
it's
her own
fact.
experience.
I would like to
Right.
see them have a conversation.
It's not.
They
No,
both from New York.
we're not having a conversation, but it's fact.
Right.
It's fact.
And it might be things that we as an audience don't know because we don't
you're
pick
not,
up on it.
and you're
that's
not
it. But that's what I was saying. All right, well, let's fast forward.
So it would never
hold on.
squash.
Let's
Never.
stay level.
Oh,
Let's stay
good.
still. Let me tell you why we need to stay
All right,
still.
now move-
Because I'm about to take y'all hip hop cards if y'all don't do y'all homework.
All
Go
right.
do your homework. It's out there. This ain't nothing I'm making
I'm
up.
check.
I hear the.
And she was right. Let me see. I heard the slick shit, bitch, you washed. Again, it's the same kind of message always. Okay, just a moment. We're going to chapter 13. Just a moment, just a moment.
I purposely say it in a crazy way. Like, I want my fans, my core, to really go and dissect the lyrics. I don't want them. I feel like.
Let me just stop you right there. I want my fans and my core. She said this before years later on the Wendy Williams show. I want them to be the ones to dissect and have their interpretation. But the thing is, you're already established a narrative. And Lil Kim, by actually saying something, even though she waited for the opportunity, she waited years, but nevertheless she did respond at a point. And that's part of the narrative that Nicki always wanted to establish. So it kind of makes you feel like a hypocrite, you know. I already told them what to think, and they can see for themselves who they think is the bad person in this movie to blame. Like, is that what Nicki Minaj is saying?
You gotta talk in code sometimes, and a lot of things I do, I feel like it's code. I don't want everybody knowing.
I don't want everybody knowing. Convenient is that? You don't want everybody knowing, so you recognize that are people that are not gonna understand what you're actually saying because you speak in code. She just said it right there. My God. Okay, these are the Nicki Minaj's fans, fan base, is that it? No music, I don't want music. I'm in the whole lane, I'm in the whole lane. And you train. Right.
What about Roman and Mark out? Because you left that off the album.
I feel bad. My people's fans care about that song. My fans love that song. That's why I call you.
That's why I. What? Because that's why I called you Buzz Lightyear. Because, excuse me. By the time start buzzing, bitch, you gone have white hair. I mean, listen to this. I think Nicki Minaj is currently at the same age that Lil Kim was when this was happening. And you can see, like, she's losing her grip. So Nicki Minaj being put, just by the sense of time, you know, at the same position. I think everything she's done and everything she said is going to come back and bite her back in the ass. And that might explain her activities recently, but it's not going well. She ended her radio station or her podcast, Queen Radio, right? I don't know if it's true, but she canceled a whole album, and then she moved politically to the right. Supposedly, people believe that she wants to gain leverage with that. So that feeds actually into what I was saying previously. If she is on any team, it's team herself. Always been. And you can see that right here. Now, I'm taking the sound down purposefully because I don't want to risk having copyrighted material here. So it still goes, Roman's back, bitch. I fucked up your life last year. This time. Remember that? Remember that, bitch? I mean, this only exists in her mind. This is going mental right now.
She was always throwing shots. I don't know what you're talking about. You need because you're not trying.
I used to hear her pay homage, like she said. She said, "I love Kim. I love."
You're not trying to do your homework. That's why, boo boo. You gotta do your homework.
But listen here. If she's saying she's throwing shots at me, obviously, if she's not doing that in interviews, which she has, she's doing that through her music. I think this person, I'm forgetting his name. Lamar? I'm sorry, y'all. Kenrick? This is probably what happens when you get feed a narrative and you're trying to be forced to deconstruct it and look at the person that you manipulated me. Right? IRS freestyle. I don't know what IRS was. If this was a group that Lil Kim had after Junior Mafia, I don't know what happened. I'm in the booth with nothing on but a diamond garter. You in the booth, but I'm who you be channeling. So on the next album, Nicki Minaj continues to do the same thing. How desperate. You need work, I need to see the money first. And Minaj says, you need money, I got mine. IRS freestyle. I'm in the chopper, Miss Thang, you could have the lane. And Minaj said, look at how she's dressed even, kind of like the same. Bitches is insane, these bitches ain't in my lane. It is like she has this desperate need to, she's not even writing, like thinking for herself. It's always like, I need to deconstruct and respond, touching something that Lil Kim has done. This is really nerve-wracking right now. Hove Lane. She actually has a track called that. I'm in my own lane, you ain't in my category. An album of the wall 2000. I'm a Bentley, y'all something like a Honda. I'm classy like a Phantom, you're a Honda Civic. And Minaj turns it into, you like a Ray 4, I'm like the Aviator. I don't know what to say. Okay, I got the ball, I'm coming down to court like Jordan. Hovlane says, I travel more than you're walking with a basketball. That sounds kind of whack. Sorry. Track called Rex. Like Blake Griffin, I ball. Like Chris Paul, I ball. Like Carmelo, I ball. Should be playing in the All-Star. Hovland says, Orlando All-Star. Fuck you said, bitch. Fuck you, porn star. How small-minded can you be? Like, it is embarrassing. And I feel like I'm giving attention to a person that is so obsessed. I really feel that Minaj has, and I don't mean to degrade anybody that feels that they have, but she really has mental issues. There's no other way of looking at this. If you go to this extent, even in the same area, taking over somebody's place, doesn't this make you... Have you seen the movie like The Black Swan and what happens in the end? This is what this reminds me of. This is a... Oh my God. Fuck you, pay me, says Lil Kim. I'm in the Phantom getting ghosts like Swayze. And Minaj made it into, and I just got the ghost. I call it Casper. Lil Kim, your bank account, I got that money in my purse, bitch. I got more money in my fucking purse. I'm thinking about, I want to take you back to a point in time where, again, Lady Gaga got exploded to the scene, and Madonna contractually, she left the record label where she was at since the beginning from her career, which was Warner Brothers, and she signed to a new record label that was Interscope, I believe, and it was the same record label as Lady Gaga at the time. And Live Nation was the division where she was already, since 2007, being part of it, like taking care of her live shows. So having said that, when Madonna said it feels reductive in an interview, here's the thing. Madonna was publicly going around giving publicity to a movie that she directed, which was called W.E., pronounced We. She was quiet for like 3 to 4 years, something like that. And in this industry, that's like a lot, right? And Lady Gaga really was coming up when Madonna was kind of like, okay, I released Celebration, which is my greatest hits album. I'm going to leave this record label. And I believe they came on and did a comedy skit on Saturday Night Live, something like that. If it was not Saturday Night Live, I know they'd appeared together on television. And it was very playful. So things turned around when Lady Gaga released her second album, Born This Way. And the Born This Way track, if you're a musician, you obviously recognize the pattern of scales and what she's playing. It's simply the chord progression that is played is the same as Express Yourself, which was released when I was born. So, and when people say, oh, it sounds the same, that's what it means. You need to be able to articulate yourself as well. And me being a musician, I obviously caught on to that. But here's the thing. When people play with songs and want to remix them, it's a playful thing, and that just belongs in the industry, right? When you have what are the chances in decade-long like commercial songs having the same chord progression in their structure? And Gaga said, if I did that, it means I'm fucking smart, and then she deleted that later. I remember that. But anyways, Madonna was promoting WE, and then she was working on an album, which was MDNA. And she was then in talks of being doing the Super Bowl. And first, the Super Bowl that year was going to go to Lady Gaga when she then published a photo on her social media holding the ball kind of like this. Imagine if this ball, she was like holding it like that, making a face, and it was a picture in black and white. I remember that. So it means that whoever was in charge of that preferably chose Madonna over Gaga. And then in this interview, the lady that was conducting this interview have interviewed Madonna previous times on television. I remember that. And she goes like, she asked about the song, Born This Way. How does that make you feel? And people misinterpret that as Madonna commenting on Lady Gaga. And then she goes like, it feels reductive. And the interviewer goes like, what does that mean? And she just sips tea like that and says, look it up. You know, sometimes Madonna used to do this, and she knew she was going to be talked about and people are going to talk about, and that's just going to translate into more sales. But people mistook that and thought Madonna was commenting on Gaga. No, she was commenting on the Born This Way track. Lady Gaga went on a late night show saying that she contacted Madonna's team and she said, hey, we're okay with this. But in reality, that never happened. So if you're a spectator of this, how do you know what is true? How can you actually know what is true? Right? You don't know. But that started like this feud that went between Madonna and Lady Gaga. Supposedly, I think what was nasty was actually Lady Gaga's fans were really nasty, man. They were nasty to Nicki Minaj. They were nasty to Madonna. They were really. I remember that on the internet more than actually both of them going at it. That was it. I remember a video of the first screening of that movie that Madonna directed, and somebody interrupted as the lights went out. What do you think about Lady Gaga? And Madonna, and Madonna said like, who? And for the longest time, people would say Lady Who. I thought that was Madonna didn't need to be like that. You know what I'm saying. But I understand it annoyed her up until a certain degree. But you know, her daughter, Lourdes, actually went to Lady Gaga shows even before she kind of blew up. So Madonna was aware of Gaga up until a certain extent, you know. But here, reductive means less than, or overly, or simplified, something around those lines. And getting back to this video here, I feel that the way that Nicki is kind of recycling Lil' Kim's lyrics, it makes me feel like that. It makes me feel like a product that is imitating the original, getting rid of the original, but feeling less than. And that's just bad. Kim more anticipated than a LeBron ring. I remember that lyric. All you hoes crying, Christopher Boss. Look, everybody can take a picture in a bathtub. Why did it have to look exactly like this? Oh man, that's just sad. That's sad. Let's see what's come.
But they're comparing Nicki to fucking Lil Kim. They're not the fucking same. First of all, they don't rap about the same shit.
Because every woman needs to know that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what people say about you.
The irony of that, she just cited this Lil Kim song. No matter what people say. We got it going on.
We're continuing our shopping.
Continue our shopping. Spending more money. We just tricking all
Get
facts.
tricked on Exford Avenue. Anyway, every bitch wanna be me.
Wait a minute. Let me take that off. Every bitch come on the cone. I remember when this was released, and I thought the sound of it was so eerie and slightly annoying. Like it sounded like a bee turning into an instrument. My God. Wait a minute. So every bitch wanna be me. You could find me. Find Amet Sachs. So Diamonds 2000. While y'all shopping at Saks. And Minaj says, bitches don't know the half like they flunked the math. Lil Kim, yeah, I failed math, but bet I passed the E class. My God, that's not. Unreleased song from 2011. Black Diamonds bigger than a hockey punch. My team so icy. Roman in Moscow 2011 by Nicki Minaj. Y'all favorite rapper probably sucks. As for me, icy hockey puck. I mean, if you look at this in this context, right, with this framing of reality going down, it is like Nicki Minaj is obsessively paying attention to Kim, and everything that she shits out, she is like, oh, I gotta rap her shit, eat it, and wrap it up again and put my name on it and kind of change. I mean, that's so weird. I almost feel like bad saying that, but I cannot deny what I'm seeing. Look at that choreography. February 2012 and April. I ain't catching a puck, but iced out like a goalie nigga. Even down to the leopard dress. Man. That's disappointing. That's really cheap. I'm sorry, but that's so cheap, man. Motherfuck you with a big dick. I'm a racist. I'm a bigot. And here's on Black Friday. You're nonsense. You'll probably steal my new shit. And she did. It's a chess game. So on my next move, I'm yelling checkmate. So no matter what people say, 2000. I thought it was from 2001. Yeah, well, the record was released in 2000, right? Y'all rock Versace. Y'all went out and bought it. I rock Versace, and you know I didn't pay for it. Lil Kim in 2000, 2001, she looked like, I remember somebody said this on VH1, like she looks like a Bond girl. And that was so true. Lil Kim at that moment in time was extremely beautiful. Hovlane, they pay me to rock it, damn I got niggas in pocket. Come on a cone, ain't a bitch that could it, not even my imposter. Bitch, you ain't mobster. Bitch, you're an imposter. And that's true. And now the answer, come on a cone. Bitches ain't serious, man. These bitches delirious. Gone Delirious 2002. Y'all niggas done gone delirious, and y'all hoes can be serious. Lighters Up 2005 by Lil Kim. Damn, homie. Damn, what they say, bees in the trap. All Good 2005. Hit the big nigga first. Look at how, I remember that was from 2003, right? That was like in a video clip where there was a remix from another song. Look at how she's dressed. And look at how Nicki Minaj is dressed here. If I get shit swinging on a big bitch. Black Friday. Come on, baby girl. Ain't enough ass shots in the world. Oh my God. Dance Ass Remix 2011. What I know, man, guess them ass shots were off. Bitches ain't poppin'. Stink pussy hoe, I'm giving you a bath. Whereas Lil Kim says, this pussy clean, that pussy squeaky. Told him pussy clean, told him pussy squeaky. You know, in the years that I'm on social media, I don't think I've said so many bad words in such a short amount of time. Pussy clean, who smashed? Killing Them 2011. Michael Kors. I always said that I don't know many designers who can put the same dress on Lil Kim and Sigourney Weaver. And now it says Michael Kors shades. You fucking little horse, fucking up my decors. Can get a Michael Kors if you was fucking Michael Kors.
There's a new rapper too. I think I'm not gonna. I don't know if he's a rock star yet. I don't think he's really gotten that chance. But his name is Big Sean.
Big Sean.
I like him.
Niggas give me.
So he in a way praised Lil Kim. And Lil Kim said in an interview probably that she's liking this artist or this man. And what? And let me guess, Nicki had to try to collaborate with it. How desperate, oh my goodness. Even duplicating these shots? How cheap and desperate can you be? It is like getting free access to your mind almost. And what if Lil Kim didn't praise this man? Nicki would have not, again, go down the contact list. I almost feel embarrassed to freaking know this. And what people on television just saw, well, she's just dancing. Right, this was the end of the Jump Off video clip from 2003, which was the lead single of her album, I believe. And Nicki imitated it. Okay, I'm Not the One, 2011. Come Through in a Long Trench, Columbine. And what did Nicki said? Take bitches to school, then I Columbine these hoes. I mean, oh my God, how can you make a career out of imitating this woman? I'm starting to get lost for words, really. Shocking. Keys to the City, 2012. So these are this is not an album from Lil Kim. These are mixtapes. Locksmith, I locked those hoes out. Come on a cone. Same here. Put these bitches on lockout. Sign of the cross, cause this is the Last Supper. Wasn't this album like the re-releasing her previous album but with a new EP attached to it? I remember when this came out.
Talking to me, just talking about me disrespectful, you know what I'm saying, indirectly. Don't do that. Oh, you mad?
Right. Born Stunner Remix 2012, Nicki Minaj. Oh, you mad ho, you ain't headlining, you my son bitch and it's bad time. I don't know what to think about this, man. Again, Warning 2011. You could put a positive spin to the track Stupid Hoe, but I don't see it like that. I see it as it was annoying, really. And then Minaj would kind of say things like me, and then the song, like she would stay flat like that. You're a stupid hoe. You're a stupid hoe. Like, I remember the lyrics were like, in a way, if the people that Nicki attacked would have befriended Nicki, like Nicki want them to have the authority of, because of me, now you can breathe. How pretentious is that? Remember this? Who you copying? Oh, she looks stupid. That was Lil Kim. Sorry about that. Lil Kim said, Team Lil Kim, for the holidays I'm releasing a 5-song EP for y'all as a preview of what to come. Stalker. World Star Hip Hop. Right, so it also, so Minaj had to copy the idea of having also a Lamborghini in the next video. How sad. How sad. I remember this effect when I saw it on TV. It reminded me of the same effect used in a Bad Romance video by Lady Gaga, but that was like 2 years earlier, like 2010.
What did you think? You were watching the Grammys, I assume, on Sunday night. Yeah. What did you think of a performance by a certain hip hop artist who kind of rips off your style, if you don't mind me saying? What did you think of Nicki Minaj?
I didn't even know who was who.
Oh,
How do you feel about her song Stupid Hoe?
I'm pretty sure I feel the same way everybody else feels right about now. You know?
Here's the thing. Okay, this is a segment of the interview and Lil Kim was a guest there. So obviously she was promoting this EP. But why is she again asked about Minaj? That's so annoying. Because people realize that Minaj is throwing shots at somebody, and that somebody obviously got to be Lil Kim. But now the ever since Lil Kim took the bait and answered it, even though she waited years, right? Now it's like, okay, that because you released a diss tape, now it's okay for somebody to answer back. How does that makes it okay? Like somebody's stupid, like you have no reason to say something. Obviously, there's always a reason for people to say something. It's hilarious to me that people gave Nicki Minaj like a free pass because there was always an excuse for her not to assume responsibility for what she's saying. Oh, she's just coming up. Oh, you know. No, man.
If you have to make a song called Stupid Hoe, you must be a stupid hoe.
Damn, she said what she said. I don't know who this is, but that's what.
You must be a stupid hoe, stupid hoe.
I don't know what to say. You know what? I remember. Wait a minute. I remember being right here at the same place where I am now, and I had a rock band at the time, and this was new. So, oh, sorry about that. We were learning a rock song, and Nicki Minaj, like Stupid Hoe, started playing because it was new and being suggested by Vevo. At that time, I don't know what happened to Vevo, but YouTube, that was the way that YouTube had to certify certain videos. Like they were trying to do something that MTV did in a way. So, wait a minute. So then Stupid Hoe started playing. And I remember I think it was the guitarist, had such a bad reaction, like, what the hell is that? This is garbage. I remember that. I just remember that. My God, how sad. Chapter 15.
Today, I mean, is there an alter ego present, or is this just Nicki Minaj?
It's just Nicki.
How do you decide? I mean, I'm looking at your outfit, and I'm sorry, it's hard not
That's
to...
right, I was right. Pink Friday, Roman Reloaded. So it was like an extended part. Again, was it a whole album, or was it the first album mixed with an EP? I don't remember.
Your outfit. How do you decide how to costume yourself on a daily basis?
So Pink Friday, April 6th, 2012.
It's always very impromptu. I hate planning stuff. I don't know. Yesterday, actually, I told my stylist, I was like, you know what? I've been doing so much color recently. I just get me black. Put my dentures in black. Put me in black, everything. And she's like, really? I said, yeah. I mean, I don't know why sometimes it, changes, but today's a black day.
See, I look at you and I think this is someone who...
So Black Friday, April 6, 2012.
Must have an enormous team of people making all these decisions. Are you involved in every decision?
Every decision. I've always been like that since I was a little girl. I need to be involved. I need to understand it. I need to have everything written out for me. I need to see it. And, I can't just have people make decisions for me.
You have credited people like Madonna, Lady Gaga with being inspirations for you. And obviously these are people, as we've gotten to know them over the years, who like to reinvent themselves. Is that the part of them that you admire most?
Well, I don't really know Gaga, but
How not?
I don't really know Gaga.
Oh wait a minute. That video of Nicki Minaj is Moment for Life, right? Paparazzi. I don't know who. Was it Francis Lawrence that directed this Lady Gaga music video? I don't know if it's the same director that Nicki Minaj got, but what are they willing us to see? Like straight up copying the scenarios of the video? Oh my God. I didn't caught on to this stuff. I remember seeing this video on television and not thinking, I like the melody of this song. This was the song that in the previous episode I was saying I learned how to play on the keyboard because I just like the message, like I wish that I could have this moment for life. And that's basically it. And the melody. Oh, that's taking it too far now. The same accessories, memorabilia. Right. Could it be simply be that they use the same director? That's just too much. I remember this as well. So this is like 2-3 years apart. No more. Right? Paparazzi was what? 2008, 9? Oh my God. Look, first of all, I don't think that that was a good cover on Lady Gaga's part. There was another cover that I enjoy more. Like she's turned into a motorcycle instead of just this weird face in black and white. But Roman Reloaded, I think, had this alternative cover. It is like this. Oh my God. Right, so this in the middle is from 2010, 11, and Nikki, this was an award show from that same year, right? I mean, the Lady Gaga concert tour ball was released, I think, that year. I don't know what to say. Right. Oh, so that's Nicki Minaj, and on the left. Right, from the telephone video. Here's the thing, though. Lady Gaga had that style continuously through the Born This Way era, if you may, even putting those little implants on the cheeks, right? Whereas Nicki Minaj, that was not her style at that moment in time. It just like she just did that. I don't know what to say. I don't know what else to say. This is so. Oh, but you can make the comparison as well. If you see this dress, it can simply be a creative dress made by stuffed animals. But you can say, well, maybe this is the inspiration from the Harajuku girls. But why do exactly the same?
Comparison offend you?
Offend me? No.
The comparisons.
Irks me? Yeah. First of all, I'm a rapper. Okay. First of all, I'm from Southside Jamaica, Queens. What are the similarities? Why don't I turn the cameras around and ask you?
Just the wigs and the
wigs. Every female in this game wears wigs.
The over-the-top costume.
Over-the-top costumes.
Right. Look at this. This is what I said in the previous episode. I think you as an interviewer, I don't want you to take this badly, commenting on this lady that was doing the interview, but I think you really need to grasp and profoundly ask certain questions where if you sense that there's something untrue happening, you got to know what you're saying, and just say wigs, outlandish costumes. That's not a good argument to make if you want to catch Nikki and say you just plain out copied this. You know, you just can't use that as a valid argument. And as I expected her to do, here she is like, no, everybody uses this. Try again. Maybe this.
Try again.
So it did.
Right. So this can feed into the argument that, you see, everybody is just jealous of Nikki. And that's not true. And the interviewers noticed this. See, it gets you mad.
It does make you mad.
I mean, no, because it's getting tired now, though, to me. In the beginning, I was like, okay, it's cool, ha ha. When they get to know me, they'll understand me. Gaga's a fantastic artist. Like, you know, she's paved her way. She's opened her own lane. But I feel like I have my own lane. And we never cross.
Okay, we never cross. I remember this was, I thought it was exaggerated in the end, like she died for fame, but I always obviously realized that that was the message here. But this is I remember feeling, well, it was like I watched a piece of theater, you know, and that was interesting. With the religious themes and all of that, and but that makes you think, who do you remember does that in a performance? And obviously, as a female, you then go, well, maybe Madonna, but maybe it can be just inspirational. And so Nicki Minaj did this at the same award show or another award show. I remember people online saying that, Nicki Minaj did this satanic cult like on live TV, and I thought, don't be silly, man. That was just the dress code that they was wearing, but the similarity is that there was a sacrifice, like even if it was symbolically speaking.
Why don't I turn the cameras around and ask you?
Stupid ass bitches.
The fuck? Like, God.
Yo, niggas just want to compare her to somebody.
Everybody.
But don't mistake her for a bubbly pop star. She sees herself as a rapper. Hardcore.
Somebody.
Right, you mean like Lil Kim's hardcore.
That I still influence that girl to this day. It's not Lil Kim from back in the days.
Look at this.
What you been up to, baby girl? Talk to me.
You already know what a hustler do. I'm moving and shaking, cooking and baking.
Oh, nice.
So I'm gonna shake and move in a way that
she feels Rihanna's not a threat to her. Rihanna is bad, in my opinion.
Not at all. She's bad. Madonna is bad.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day,
At the end of the day, people can't deny that. I don't know. In a minute, if I fucking.
Here's just a moment now. At the right, this was from Madonna's first album on that label that I was just talking about. This was the lead single, "Give Me All Your Lovin'," where she was. I remember a leaked track where MIA and Nicki Minaj, who were guests on that song, like they were not on that song. And the only thing that they did on that song was their rap verse. That was all.
Sit down and piss, they gonna tell me I can't do that because another bitch did it.
I can't sit down and piss and tell me another bitch did it. Well, technically, you know, I don't understand something they got to compare it to.
Absolutely. I always say that.
In order to know how to deal with it.
This was actually on the Super Bowl 2012 here on the left, as a guest when Madonna did that very same song there. Think about this. I don't think Lil Kim ever did Super Bowl. Like in a moment where your career is flourishing, having that lift, you know, that was really useful in terms of sales for Minaj, right? Sure. How embarrassing, man. Even like Lil Kim in a phase where has her own record label, she's just releasing mixtapes and doing what she wants. You're still copying her and throwing shots.
I got bitches to judge too, by the way.
If you don't like me, that's fine. But, you know, watch your mouth.
Huh.
But you know, I never understood the issue because you always paid homage when it came to the old generation. Always. I never heard you not pay homage.
I always did. Like, I bowed down.
Maybe he doesn't hear right. Maybe that's the problem.
Everybody. When I tell you, I gave everybody their props.
The situation with Homegirl is deeper than just paying homage.
Right.
You know, I don't understand how people say, well, Come on, how many times is she supposed to pay homage to you? Come on, let's just be real. This is not what that's about, you know?
Right.
People do their homework.
You know, this whole time, about 2 to
What's
3
this?
years, I've been thinking that Little Kim was being this mad, bitter female bitch, just very bitter, you know, and mad because another rap chick, which is I'm referring to Nicki Minaj, you know, Lil Kim said, you guys need to go on YouTube and watch the video called Playtime.
Well, let me think about this for a second. How can you realistically believe that somebody who had a career as relevant as Lil Kim, like, be susceptible to actually behave like that? I'm mad because now somebody appeared to the scene, somebody who cherished other women and collaborated with them, having movements where they were united as women and artists. How can you just so cheaply believe that? I find that really appalling, really. Again, it comes down to the watered down version or the most simplistic version, like, oh, this kind of makes sense, so I'm going to go with that. Don't make me think a lot. And the absence of Lil Kim that in that moment in time. Like the absence of knowing the history, right?
Is over. So I went to go check the video out.
Yeah, he's referring to
When I
what
see
we're
you guys,
reacting right now.
I was shocked. I think it's, you know, when it comes to the rap game, friendly beef is expected, but when you were taking, like when I seen in that video, it was beyond beef. Like she was taking Lil Kim's verses and just blatantly disrespectfully, and I see why Lil Kim is saying the things that she was saying. People say,
realistically speaking, look how long we're or that I'm debating whatever that I want to say in these videos. This is the second episode about it, the second stream. This is already going 2 hours long. Yesterday, when I did that one, I think it was also 2 hours long. Would you really believe that in like a half an hour or 50 minutes of a radio interview, you were able to dissect this? And keep in mind, you were going to go to that radio interview to showcase something that you're working on. Can you see how unfair that they're put in this position? Unfair to Lil Kim, basically.
He gives homage, but if you give homage and then right then and there in that same sentence you disrespect her and say, "Oh yeah, Lil Kim is hot."
So now you know why she said shortly she's paying homage to Lil Kim and why she mentioned Lil Kim so shortly, so that nobody could have said, you know, Nicki Minaj is not humble. While are people just like deaf or something? Do they not hear the lyrics? Because they're not thinking about they like the conversation got reframed to fit a certain narrative. That's scary. That's manipulation.
Queen, but until I come out. And that's basically what Nicki Minaj said verbatim. She's the queen, but until I come out. It's saying that, like, you know, you giving her props, but at the same time you dissing her. You trying to take her spot. You know, guys, if you're a diehard Nicki Minaj fan, it may go in one ear out the other.
Leave Nicki alone. Leave her alone.
Who's gonna take you seriously if you're screaming like a brat like that?
Fan of Nicki, I did buy her first 2 albums, but like I said, that video, it just didn't sit well with me. I'm all for friendly beef, but she was blatantly attacking Lil Kim and had me thinking that it was Lil Kim insecurities this whole entire time. So once again, shout out to Lil Kim. I am just sorry that happened to you.
I think that you guys will see at one point she wanted to be the only one out there because it's that simple. But the problem that I have is that, you know, love is love and it should be shown in front of the world. And you should also show the person that you admire how much, you know, of influence they may have had on your life. That's not just in music, but that's in anything.
Foxy, I want to thank you for really being one of my biggest influences in the game.
I actually remember this was like in 2012, I think. And I remember that, and I thought, so it's like a propaganda machine, always telling you what to think, how to feel. And I'm thinking, like, I haven't heard about Foxy for so many years, like over a decade already. And I'm not bad mouthing Foxy though, but that's just the truth. And it's like it feels like almost like a politician. You're running a campaign, and now it's convenient for me to associate with Foxy. So I'm gonna ask her, "Do you want to be here?" And so that I can make my narrative a lot more stronger. That you see how I pay homage to those that came before me. It's just Kim who's bitter. That's just what Minaj is doing here.
We don't really give it up. We don't really get it up like we should. But I swear to God, I'm keeping this shit so real right now.
And how does Foxy align herself with Minaj when she previously said, "Just for the record, me and Nicki never had that conversation"? Like, something is already fishy there.
Yeah, there isn't a female rapper in the world that is
Maybe Foxy was not expecting Minaj to do this in the end.
open more
I don't
doors,
know.
I believe, with me than you. So thank you.
Ah, man.
I would love to see Kim and Nicki, sit down and
But-
hash it out. Forget all the middlemen. Forget
But
Young
why?
Money, Cash
It's not
Money.
going to be hashed out. It's not
It could
going
be.
to happen. That
Y'all both from New York.
No, it's not going to happen.
Listen,
sometimes
people
just don't like each other. It's not going to happen.
Listen, I'm a
And for
cancer
whatever
like
reason-
Kim's a cancer, so I
Right,
understand.
So if
We-
you're a cancer like me, then you should know something's not right. No, you
Right.
don't get it. Because you still saying that she paid homage and that she was
She definitely
respectful. No, she wasn't. You want to say that, but that's not true. It's not true.
You are a
Before
true
she
cancer,
even, because I'm right. You know I'm right. You don't want to see it because you've already built this relationship with her, and y'all have whatever. I don't give a damn. You
That's
know
my homie,
whatever,
no
right,
doubt. But at the
whatever.
end of the day, you still the OG, and I would
But
love to
the OG, all that.
embrace
The OG,
generation.
all of that, because that has nothing to do with it when it comes to respect and when it comes to matter of fact. Because at the end of the day, it is what it is. When a chick, let me tell you something. I'm gonna leave this on this note. You will see. Everything in the dark comes to the light. That's all I gotta say.
And she was right, but I think it took way too long for people to actually realize. And it's just when the people that were behind Nicki, like supporting her, when they felt this, like they are being wronged, and I think a lot of people started feeling that just recently. But I don't see in the comment sections like, well, Lil Kim was right. Lil Kim was talking about this way back. Like, it's still not happening. And I feel a little disappointed in that. It's just Nicki Minaj showing her nature. I don't really know what her diehard fans are, what their opinion is about that. But I see this movement happening online, like a trauma thing. Like, forget about Nicki Minaj's discography. You're gonna need to do that because she's not who you think she was. And I see a lot of people that align with politics or in line with gay communities. Like, when I scroll through social media, that stuff is suggested to me. And the first one being Don Lemon, the news reporter that used to work for CNN and is working as an independent. Nicki Minaj weighed in on him like that. And she used this Chucky character also on him. But I think Minaj misunderstood what Don Lemon was saying. And he investigated and found out that she's just aligning with Trump so that she can have a free pass, in a way, to pay her way to become a citizen in America, and to this supposed family member who's been accused of improper conduct with a child, get a pardon from Trump directly. And then they compare it to this 5-year-old girl who just got shipped to a country that, where her mother came from, and things didn't go well. And I think it's the same country where Nicki Minaj came from. But, I'm too much in the dark right now with that. And we can actually pull that video up so that we can, have some clarity on that issue. Let's see if wait a minute. let's see if I can find it right now. Before we're reached the end of part 1, but I don't know how many chapters we have. We still have Playtime is over part 2, which is like an hour and a half. But for every half an hour, I talk so much that it turns into two 4-hour videos. So wait a minute. Let me search. Let's search Don Lemon. Here's his name, Lemon. Right. Don Lemon. Wait. Look at this here. Okay, wait a minute. This is just a commercial. But this was just a commercial. I'm just waiting. Oh man, YouTube has a lot of commercials right now. This is way too long.
Very interested in, so thank you for joining us for Lemon Live at 5. You know the order of business. You hit the like, you hit the thumbs up.
Just a moment, let me go back first.
Don Lemon has to respond to homophobic comments from, well, Nicki Minaj.
Don Lemon claps back at Nicki Minaj after homophobic attack over ICE protest.
There's an update. Here it is.
So people have been asking me about responding to Nicki Minaj's unhinged.
What did Nicki say? Don, how dare you? I want you thrown in jail.
Homophobic tweet about me. I usually don't respond to this stuff, but let me just say this. Nicki Minaj, stop talking about for which you know nothing about. This is out of your depth, by the way, and you are a homophobic bigot. You don't care about African Americans. You're not an African American. From what I know, you are reportedly an undocumented citizen, so you should be deported under Donald Trump's rules. And the other thing is that your family...
Just a moment now. A lot was said here. Those are some pretty serious accusations made by Don Lemon. Now, if he's true, I mean, Nicki Minaj is like the ultimate hypocrite right now. Don Lemon is gay. He's openly, very open about that. That's not the point. That's not. The thing is, a big chunk of Nicki Minaj's fans are obviously, people who are more vulnerable in society, and a big chunk of them are also gay people. And I always saw that her character Roman or Roman's Revenge was in a way a nod to that, but just being bitchy. Really, there's nothing good about that. Sorry, but that's just what I call it as I see it. How come Nicki Minaj just openly does this? Like, she's just alienating a big part of her fan base. Really.
You have one family member who's reportedly a sex offender, the other family member, your husband or whatever, a sex offender is your husband, and one of them is reportedly a pedophile. And you...
Oh my goodness.
You have nerve to talk about me and what you think that I do? Nicki Minaj, get a life. Stop being a pick-me.
Yeah, that just says it all, really.
Some interesting and relevant things to note. One, the statement was offered in criticism and in opposition to the humanity of Don Lemon. So let's be clear about the context of the statement, okay? Whatever that brother does in his own relationship is his business as a consenting adult with another consenting adult, period. We assume Nicki Minaj believed the same.
No, she does not.
In addition to that...
Wait a minute, she does not believe the same. Otherwise, she would not have said what she said. And another thing, so respect goes both ways. And even if Don Lennon was straight, we don't need to know what he does in his private life. Meaning, him being in a gay relationship he's not doing anything wrong. He deserves just as much respect as the next man. There's no second-class citizens here. What I do find strange is that Nicki Minaj married a man who was a sex offender. And I said this before in the previous video. So, like, nobody's gonna put that to scrutiny, but in a way, Don Lennon protested something that was not towards Nicki Minaj in this context, right? It was a political thing. It was an ICE thing. So why did Nicki Minaj attack him personally like that? What does this have to do with anything? Nothing.
Her public about face to embrace the standards or lack of standards of MAGA,
right,
has also been trending in the news. I think there's a connection I will explain in a moment. Let me give you the background to how it started. January 18th, a video posted online by Black Lives Matter. This was a Minnesota protest. Minnesota protesters entering City's Church in St. Paul, where they said one of the pastors, David Easterwood, is the acting field director of the St. Paul ICE field office. On Saturday, Lemon shared a video on his social media accounts of him interviewing protesters in Minneapolis. This was before they interrupted a local church service, chanting, quote, "ICE out and demanding justice for Renee Good." I want you to keep that picture up, Jordan.
Renee Good, everybody knows by now, she was executed like live by an ICE, in broad daylight. And there are actually people who want to say that she was about to run him over, and that was not what happened. He's the one who had put himself in harm's way. She was obviously turning her wheel around to get away. She just wanted to get away.
Because
there's people that will say that she was, and I want to add another thing. You know, I don't want to be sidetracked in terms of topics, but I realize how conservative media try to ridicule her, right? As if they had a script like we need to show support to ICE no matter what. No, you're a news channel. You're supposed to talk about the news and not give opinions.
Governmental entities, I've seen moderate political individuals who have been duped, and I've seen conservatives or those on the MAGA right who are intentionally misleading this issue. They will post this and they will say, look, protesters have come to churches in order to target our fearless ICE officers. And they are disrupting service. Damn lie. This government, under the Trump administration, decided as policy to rip away the sanctity of all churches, all religious institutions, in order for their federal agents to have complete and unfettered access to them in order to violate the rights of people there.
Just a moment now. I wanted to see more closely about the Don Lemon case.
Tendency to degrade the humanity of Don Lemon.
Wait.
Place in having my parents stripped away from me at the Lord, the
Just a moment. I should not have passed.
Of a Christian ministry that allegedly is dedicated to a particular human right.
Oh, just wait a minute. I wanna clarify something. I think the very first thing that I heard about Nicki Minaj that had to do with religious, something religious. Wait. Or something about Christianity. And she took, this was when Israel went back and forth bombing Iran and whatnot. And Nicki Minaj shared a video about Christians being targeted as being an offense to them in that country. Like, I don't know what to make of this. I think it's wrong that you're a target regardless of your religion. But here's the thing, you need to know how to live cohesively with others and not say my religion is the best, so therefore I get to decide your faith. That's a whole another statement. So Nicki Minaj started to defending Christians and started to clearly lean to the right, to conservative media.
Stand. Very relevant. There's more. Minaj
So this probably about
decided to take this very serious subject matter. She took it to X, her account, to slam the journalist over the video, writing, quote, Don
cock-sucking lemon
is
Right.
disgusting. How dare you?
Because Nicki Minaj never sucked cock. I mean, she sucks cocks in more ways than one, but anyway.
I want that thug in jail. He would never do that to any other religion. Lock him up. She also included a photo of Chucky.
Back to 2010.
Keep
The
that
same
up,
thing. The same thing. I just killed a career.
I
It's
really
a
would
mouth.
like
She really,
someone who
like she's bullshitting her way to the top.
analyzes speech pathology to look at her text and look at the text of Trump. And give an analysis of similar language context, usage of font, and expressive verbiology. And the reason why I'm asking for that, this is a serious request. I'm asking for it because the same hand may be behind them all. There's more. Despite backlash, the rapper doubled down, writing on X Monday, LOL. And I purposely wrote it that way because I knew that would be the only way to get the suckers to post about it.
No, Nikki, you were caught and you're doing some goddamn ass damage control. Like, what are you saying?
They would have all collectively ignored the despicable behavior.
Not
displayed
you,
by
not what you just
Lemonhead.
did, but it's Don Lemon's fault. Right.
I'm glad they're angry. They're about to get angrier. Once again, who does this sound like? Interesting enough, let's go to 8 years ago. Put it up.
Okay.
8 years ago, Nicki Minaj posted this online during Trump's first term. Quote, I came to this country as an illegal immigrant at 5 years old. I can't imagine the horror of being in a strange place and having my parents stripped away from me at the age of 5. This is so scary to me. Please stop this. Can you try to imagine the terror and panic these kids feel right now? End quote.
I just want to pause right there and think that I'm not on a crusade to demonize this person. I just want to, obviously, culminating so much information and comment on it and express myself doing that and give my 2 cents in. But I was not aware that Nicki Minaj did this back then. Also, I saw Nicki Minaj do something very positive, which was pay for younger people's tuitions. There's never, we need to get rid of this image that there's just 2 types of people. One that's extremely good and incapable of doing bad, and then the opposite. No, that's not real life, you know. Everybody is capable of doing good and doing bad. And nobody is 100% good or 100% bad. We are human beings, we fail. The difference, there's a difference is in what motivated what you do, right? So what now? So now, what is Nicki Minaj defending? What changed
Jordan, I
after
want you to go
7,
back
8 years now?
to the first post by Nicki Minaj that started this whole thing of her attempting to degrade the humanity of Don Lemon. I'm going to read it again for parallel content. Nicki Minaj says, in all caps, as traditional to Trump's style, Don sucking lemon is disgusting. How dare you?
Well, wait a minute. Is this news reporter trying to allege that? I mean, as I said, you know, there were conferences where people said the exact thing word for word, like they're reading a script somebody gave them, and they're like puppets, and they benefit from that.
I want that thug in jail.
Is that what he
would
said?
never do that to any other religion. Lock him up.
Right. Lock him up. That's Donald Trump talk.
Conservative issues. Conservative pundits taking issue with Don. So video clips of the incident circulated widely online. Now, Remember, Don is there letting you know what's happening. He's a messenger at the absolute utmost level in order to give you the experience without you having the experience. Okay? So video clips of the incident circulated online. Why?
I mean, Don Lemon, him being independent now, he's the one that is actually going locally into the field and into places, right? He's not behind a desk and have other people, work for him and do that work. He's there with the people, interviewing people on the street, regardless what you think about Don Lemon. I mean, he's there.
Fueling outrage among conservative commentators. Got him whipped up. All they see red meat. Don Lemon. They've been wanting to get Don Lemon off air since he was on air. Now he's not even technically on air. They're still trying to get him off air via social media. It's insane. So the MAGA Voice account called for Lemon to be investigated by the FBI.
Wait a minute, I didn't know this. He came to be investigated by the FBI Department of Justice, while influencer Benny Johnson claimed the journalist's action amounted to not just an obscene violation of the FACE Act, it's likely a hate crime. Where do these people... do these people live like in a different reality? What the fuck?
Reference the Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances Act of 1994, which makes it a federal crime to use force, intimidation, or obstruction at reproductive health facilities and places of worship. Right-wing figures, including Matt Walsh and Baptist minister Paul Chappelle.
Wait a minute. Do they make the rules that just as they go?
Justice
we condemn the actions of Don Lemon and a group of activists who stormed cities, churches today in St. Paul, Minnesota. It's a clear violation of the FACE Act. Christians everywhere should demand that the Department of Justice arrest those who participated.
Those who they're immune from prosecution given the protection that the church no longer had, only by way of Trump's policy in the administration. But Minaj celebrated this project with prayer.
Just a moment. So is this the man that they were talking about here? He's an opportunist. This guy's just an opportunist. You can say, well, I have the right to defend what I want to defend politically and whatnot, but he's just he's behaving like a puppet, man. I actually followed some of the stuff that he did, and I realized, there's something wrong here. And he is being used as a puppet to do publicity, to have young people join ICE. Okay? So that's what he's doing. For those of you that don't know, I might take some time to explain this, really. I don't want to be too off topic between this Nicki Minaj and Lil Kim thing, but really, the main topic about all of this content is going to be like Minaj showing her true colors. That's just it. That's just what it is. ICE agents, well, ICE is a conjunction of two things that were established after the 9/11 World Trade Center attacks. Okay? But the thing is, those of you that defend ICE are defending what's in paper, and that seems very good. Take up drug dealers, people who are not doing right in society. That's one thing. But if you're aware of what has been happening, that's definitely not what we're seeing, right? We're seeing people being incarcerated that are American, or deliberately try to revoke their visa right before they have it, so they have an excuse to deport people. Like, what the fuck is that? Is that the most advanced country in the world? That's not that's not something to me that the most advanced country in the world should be doing. But Nicki Minaj posted it. Let's just see what she did.
American flag emojis. Prayer hands, an American flag emoji.
Right.
Now, we have a lot of things going on in this country. We have people who can barely make ends meet, and they voted for this administration, reluctantly so. We have individuals who now cannot afford a higher education. Why? Because the Trump administration has either A, made it damn impossible to pay back your student loans, so you don't have as many options for your future education, and two, they have decided to rip away the very programs that would hinder the oppressive elements of where you were born. So now you have a Department of Justice who has been given the task, out of everything that's happening from the Epstein saga to investigations of human sex trafficking and
The
everything
Epstein
else
files,
federal
release
government,
them.
DOJ is involved in. They now
Wait a minute, is he trying to make a connection between... Oh my God.
are going to investigate the people at the church, according to the quote. All right, the DOJ. Quote, I just spoke to the pastor in Minnesota whose church was targeted. End quote. That's what
Wait a
attorney.
minute, I'm just
Jim-
going to pass this a little bit.
Sure. Man, we've come a mighty long fall from the civil rights protests in the 60s. We just celebrated King's birthday. It's a big deal here in Atlanta. From children wearing Stacey Adams' dress suit on the young men, dresses on the young women, attempting to integrate all white schools in the South because they wanted to have access.
Just a moment.
All right, share your thoughts here.
Well, first, Nicki Minaj is a buffoon. Okay, WWDD, what would Don do that? And he's right. I'm with Remy Ma. Probably does have a ghostwriter doctor on something.
So wait a minute, before we get to Remy Ma, remember in the documentary, like Playtime is Over there, Nicki Minaj was praising newcomers like Remy Ma. And there was eventually some fallout between them. Maybe Remy Ma caught wind of, maybe she saw what Lil' Kim saw. I don't know, but let's keep going.
Okay, probably was written by somebody close to or inside 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, this filth, and just nonsensical nonsense. I like rap because there's so many intelligent ones out there. They're telling stories. They're educating us. They're not just entertaining us. I love it. But she's past her prime, and she's off her rocker. And as far as the conservatives who are crying and begging for Don Lemon to be prosecuted and persecuted since he was inside the church reporting, where were they? Were they calling for concerned citizens to be prosecuted for radicalizing Dylan Roof when he shot up that Charleston, South Carolina church? Is that what they were doing then? I don't think so. We didn't hear a word from them. They said nothing of the Council of Conservative Citizens. They just thought it was just one lone wolf kid and nothing to see here. So listen, nothing's off limits. If you want to behave a certain way, I don't understand why you wouldn't invite people in. That was a hell of a congregational get together. Let's talk about it. You don't want to talk about it? Now he's got to go to jail. Okay.
Yeah, it's insane. And, if you...
Okay, wait a minute. Now, just for context reasons, let's see this. What really happened at the Minnesota church protest, ICE Minneapolis.
This is Operation Pull Up, more of a clandestine operation. We show up somewhere. They don't expect us to come there. And then we disrupt business as usual.
Oh, okay. So they're like these people that are vigilant and of when ICE shows up. I didn't know that was the that was not the main point that I wanted to make, but I was not aware that this was the context of the video.
So right now it's kind of mayhem. We're not part of the activists, but we're here just reporting on them. Did they explain to you why they're here?
Why is it a problem for a news reporter to show up and do his job? Why did they forcibly wanted to associate Don Lennon with approving this behavior? Okay. I heard enough to understand what actually happened. I like to believe. Let's see what's here.
Myślę, ale kiefisz.
Well, this is a 1 hour video. We're not going to do that, but I just wanted to know the points. Look at that.
Buying newborns with the starter investment account funded with $1,000. The administration says that the accounts are intended to encourage long-term saving and financial literacy for families across the country. And so Minaj was there. She and Donald Trump met. They were on stage. They were chummy. Nicki Minaj also announced that she plans to contribute her own money to the program by helping fund Trump accounts for the children of some of her fans. Okay,
so she's paying for that as well.
As you know, Nicki Minaj has received some backlash for her comments regarding gay people, regarding black people, and there are, at least her affiliation with MAGA is concerning to some African Americans. I want to bring in now Jason Lee. He's the founder and CEO of Hollywood Unlocked. Jason, good evening to you. Let's put up this.
let's put up this picture of Donald Trump and Nicki Minaj. Jason, what is going on here?
I mean, obviously, we know, Donald Trump's affection to immigrants are only when he dates them or when they stick up for his bullshit. I mean, Nicki Minaj, as we know, is an immigrant. She's not an American,
Right,
and she's not
okay.
facing deportation because her head is too far up the president's ass. I mean, this is something that is typical of Nicki. It's sad though that she is just selling out the culture, selling out her fans, and selling out her brand for the price we don't know, but selling it out nonetheless.
Here's the point, though. For a price of what? What is the bargain here? What does she got to gain from that? There's always something like that, right? She got to gain
Donnie is
something.
just really embarrassing to watch.
Yeah, well, here she is. This is when Donald Trump brought her up on the stage. She's saying that she is Donald Trump's #1 fan. Here it is.
Right.
Hello. Well, I don't know what to say, but I will say that I am probably the president's #1 fan.
Here's the thing. There's no problem whatsoever. If you said to me, I'm an honest person, I work honestly my way up to where I am, and I'm a conservative. I support this person. You know, you can debate, but that's one thing. The other thing is I'm associating with somebody who I would associate because I got something to gain from it.
And that's not going to change. And the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more. And it's going to motivate all of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, the smear campaigns. It's not going to work, okay? He has a lot of force behind him, and God is protecting him. Amen.
So now, the first time Nicki Minaj speaks about God and religion. Okay. I mean, listen here. She might have... Do you see her being a religious person and talk about God, knowing how she behaved in the way that we saw in this documentary up until now? Come on, don't be a hypocrite.
Jason, did you hear and see that?
Yeah, I heard it. I mean, it's really sad. When she's saying we're going to defend her, we're going to protect her, who's the we're that she's talking about? I mean, just the fact that her wig gets slipped and you can see her edges on this moment tells you that the gays have given up on her.
The irony of it all. Like, you could have used her old lyrics towards her now. Like a bad weave. These time machine bitches can only talk about her past self. These washed up bitches. These old hoes. Now is Donald Trump making your career relevant again? I mean, come on now.
The gays are the people that get these girls together. And when I saw that wig slip, I said the gays have just stopped working with her altogether. I mean, look, this was the RNC and she was following Amber Rose. Maybe
Jason, you are shady AF. I'm just saying.
So when the gays saw her wig slip, you know that the gays stopped messing with Nicki Minaj.
It's true though. I know the same thing, but I didn't say
I don't know what to say about that though.
I mean, well, was it huge or was it snuggled? I mean, we don't know what's under there. Look. It's clear that if this was she was following Amber Rose and it was before the
I really had to laugh.
Brown, the killing of Renee Good, the killing of Alex Preddy, the standing behind the killings, the now flip flopping on whether or not it was killings, the Christine Nomes of it all, the Bondis of it all. If it was
right, the Alex was another one that was shot in back
then. Like, okay, girl, like we're over you. We don't know what phase you're going through. But after watching an assassination of 2 Americans, white Americans. This ain't even black people being shot by unarmed black people being shot by police. These are just white people now, ICU nurses, people protecting their neighbors from this
That's
attack
right,
on
he was an
American
ICU
government.
nurse.
And for her to get up there with a bad press was, I mean, just all around bad. Because Don, you've been on primetime TV, and right now you are the primetime. You know when the world is watching you. You knew when you went in that church in Minnesota, and you knew that pastor was going to call the fence and they was going to try to lock you up. You knew you were going to have that lineup, right?
Right, just a moment now. What's this? What else is he saying?
Well, maybe I think her nails may have been on point because Donald Trump is saying he wants to let his nails grow just like hers. Here it is.
Really?
Come on up. Come on.
Huh?
She's been such a great supporter and a great supporter of Trump accounts. And I said, I'm going to let my nails grow because I love those nails. I'm going to let those nails grow.
How does she wipe her ass?
She's been MAGA. What can I say? She's been with us all the way, right, Alex? She's been with us all the way. Just want to.
The Trump administration is just looking at this. Well, we need all the exposure and bank on this situation. She wants to support us. Good.
Thank her.
So he's saying she is MAGA.
Well, let's first of all give a shout out to Nikki's nail tech and Donnie's makeup artist who covered up that bruise on his hand. I mean, obviously they were more concerned
Oh yeah.
about.
Another thing that they're talking about Donald Trump is this constant bruise he has on his hand, like here. They think he's demented and he's seeking treatment for that. I don't know what to say about that at all.
America. I mean, whether or not she's been MAGA or not, nobody really knows where Nicki Minaj stands on anything. We know she's not going to stand on the red carpet of the Grammys where you are because she's never won one. But look, I mean, I think although I'm bringing humor to it all, it's a really sad moment in America where we're watching democracy at stake, where we're watching the lives of our fellow Americans being taken because they're standing for what they have the constitutional right to stand for. I mean, to see the desecration of our Constitution and just what America stands for and the whole world watching, while he plans his Trump Tower in Gaza, a genocide happening under his watch, his attack on Africa, her supporting the attack on Africans. I mean, I don't really know where she's going with this, and I don't know how this is going to work with her album rollout in March, but nonetheless, I won't be there.
All I see from Nicki is like associating a side and attacking personally, but I don't really see her have this political talk with. It is like she knows she's out of her league, but still wants to be a part of it. I don't know what's going on here.
I might get some lighter fluid and burn it in the street.
Jason, is she?
Just a moment there. Is there a shot where they show the American card?
For me, like an R. Kelly, where I cannot separate the artist from the music. I can't listen to a Nicki song without thinking of the fact that she woke up this morning, she took her wig off his helmet and tacked it on that head and went over there with him to stand up there and promote whatever she promoted and sold her soul to tell everybody that she's her biggest fan, as if the Barbs. Now, I've labeled the Barbs a terrorist group years ago, but here's where me and the Barbs now.
I labeled the Barbs like a terrorist group years ago.
The Barbs are even waking up. Even the Barbs are like, hold on, girl, we love your music, but what are you doing over here? We ain't moving with you over there like that. Not all of them, but a lot.
Well, if you can say, listen to me now. I've listened to her albums. Obviously, I like parts of it. But the thing is, when you actually know about this message and these constant attacks on people that came before her, and exclusively how she handled Lil' Kim, how can you keep enjoying that? It just gives you a different meaning, or maybe that was the meaning at all, and she gaslighted people into thinking it's something else. So no, I'm not enjoying it anymore.
Who are fleeing the Barbie house, and look, Barbie Gang is always taking new fans, so you can always come over to Cardi's side or any other side that you want, that you need.
Let me just see. What's this?
Wrote that song.
Okay, wait a minute. They were showing something about Charlie Kirk, and Nicki Minaj made that move to talk to Turnpoint USA, and I remember seeing like, well, if you're born a boy, you're a boy, and those are the things that she's saying in a political context. Like, what's wrong with you? You look like a doll that whose batteries are gone bad. I mean, everybody's free to have an opinion. I mean, but that's not that's not the innocence that is being played here, That's not what's happening here. Oh, come on with the commercials already, man. Jesus. Another one? Are you freaking kidding me? I'm gonna shut you off. Great.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, right. But is
you get my point?
Well, this is yes, and then
wait a minute. Let's see what happened before this.
By influences, song. Right now, black culture is being held captive by influences, songs,
Which
and role
influences?
models. I mean, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B.
Okay, Nicki Minaj is causing dads to leave the home.
I don't think that's a good role model for 18-year-old black girls. I don't think that songs that are talking about like glorifying wet female genitalia is exactly. I don't know which one wrote that song. Which one was it?
I think it was Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, right. But is
you get my point?
Well, this is yes, and then she went and sat on stage with Erica Kirk, and as she was describing J.D. Vance as an assassin, she remembered that the woman sitting across from her husband was just assassinated. She's not even getting cliff notes on how to do this shit right. She's just recklessly as her wig today is how she's moving through this moment. And again, it's not, it's being documented, so we're going to see it forever. And, it's sad that this is what her legacy will be remembered of. We're not living in an era where we have, the Tupacs of the world where they can still talk their shit in music, but they still stood for something. Brenda's Got a Baby, talking about Dear Mama. Tupac had music that was woven into the movement of African Americans, and maybe that came from his mother Afeni being a Black Panther, or just his finger on the pulse of what our community needs. I don't know what pulse she's touching right now other than Trump's.
Yeah, but hear me out though. I think Tupac was really global to the point that he was just defending basic human rights, regardless of the culture or the skin color. It's human, right? Here, I get what he's saying though. Don't get me wrong, but again, also like he's saying, I don't know what Nicki Minaj, what is she standing for? Who? It's like she's becoming a different person now, or knowing what we know now, she's just being more of what she always was.
Clammy, McDonald's hamburger holding, definitely masturbating in the East Wing hand. I
did not knew that Charlie Kirk had made that comment about her music though. This makes my skin crawl. Like I Erica Kirk, which is the widow of Charlie. I get such an unnerving feeling about her. I don't want to be sidetracked. That's not the point of the video, but maybe it is. Like I don't feel that she's being genuine. You know, she comes off like a fraud. This is so bad to say, but I hope I get proven wrong. But I feel that something is very wrong there.
It's just.
Because he knows that if President Obama's first midterm was a shellacking.
Wait a minute. I wanted to just finish off this part. I don't think it's being showed here. Wait.
This is going to be quite literally
No.
the death of the GOP.
Wait. Go back. Don Lemon. Let's. If I write down gold card, maybe. Gold card. Let's see, Nikki. Wait a minute, Nicki Minaj. Let's see. Because I did saw that on my feed, like on Instagram, I believe, he verified that. Yeah, let's see this here.
Hello guys, I'm with my favorite president, the best president of all time.
And I'm with the queen of rap.
Nicki Minaj.
Yo! Oh, come on. You look at this picture, doesn't this make you think about Lil' Kim, the queen of rap? If you said Lauryn Hill, you know, my God, please.
A picture with a Trump gold card, a new immigration visa that allows
What did I
foreigners to
say?
pay $1 million to expedite their application.
What an opportunist. Like, you pay $1 million, you help the Trump administration so that he can brag about saying, you see how I lifted America from the swamp, or whatever he was saying. How convenient. So if you got money, you can buy your way through. And meanwhile, ISIS is tackling Americans like
She
that.
later posted, finalizing that citizenship paperwork as we speak, per my wonderful, gracious, charming president. Gold Trump card, free of charge. Minaj,
Man, you're a bootlicker, Miss Minaj.
originally from Trinidad and Tobago, was at the White House to promote Trump accounts.
Well, the only thing is, I'm not a citizen of America. Isn't that crazy? But I've been in the States for many years. You would think that with the millions of dollars that I've paid in taxes to this country, that I would have been given an honorary citizenship many, many, many thousands of years ago.
In 2018, Minaj made a Facebook post criticizing family separation during Trump's first term.
We just forget
this
about
country
that.
has no
Oh, sorry. Did anybody oh man, did anybody actually talk about that? Imagine if she was there with Trump and say, well, what about what you had to say like 8 years ago when you said you didn't like the separation of families? It's probably worse though right now, right? Look at her. You see, she just bought her way through. What are you saying? You're saying that as long as you got money, you can do what the fuck people who don't get money. Think about the lyrics there and the things she said about Lil' Kim. It's the same energy. It's the same thing. It's just the same thing. She never changed, and she won't change. She's like a wolf presented to sheep and say, believe me, from now on, I'm a vegetarian.
an honorary citizenship many thousands of years ago.
In 2018, Minaj made a Facebook post criticizing family separation during Trump's first term. I came to this country as an illegal immigrant at 5 years old. I can't imagine the horror of being in a strange place and having my parents stripped away from me at the age of 5. This is so scary to me. Please stop this. In recent months, Minaj has emerged as a vocal supporter of Trump.
I am probably the president's #1 fan. The hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all.
CNN has asked the White House for more information about Minaj's gold card.
Hello guys, I'm with my favorite president, the best president of all time.
Oh my goodness.
The queen of rap.
Nicki Minaj posted a picture with...
I don't know what else to say. I just want to laugh right now. What the fuck is this, man?
I am...
You see? This was the point. This was the point all along. This was the point all along. Shame on you. That's messed up. That's really messed up. I don't know. I really don't know what is the message that you're feeling right now for people that are watching this. Like,
probably the president's #1 fan, and that's not going to change. And the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all.
Never. Yeah.
It actually motivates me to support him more.
Oh, who knows? Maybe in her next album, she's gonna dress up like Trump and say, "I'm the one that came up with the looks." Well, what the hell? What am I supposed to think about after I see this, right? What am I gonna think? Like, what the fuck is that, man? Like, what a clown. I mean, I don't want to be rude, but Jesus Christ, man, what the hell is that? It kind of makes you wonder, how is this going to play off, like in the near future or like next year? I mean, because career-wise, she's doing I mean, she canceled her album and she turned to this.
So the ADL has...
What is this? Let's see. Does she have actual footage?
Parents how to invest and what to invest in. This makes me very happy. So even though she's trying to do some good, of course, people are upset that she's doing it alongside the Trump administration. But
I hope she knows what she's doing.
I do too.
Because she's turning a lot of people against her, and I hope it's for a reason that she really feels for, and not just doing.
Oh, look at the same guy. Look at the same guy that was saying Nicki Minaj never attacked anybody.
For any other reason? Because I see a lot of the barbs really turning on her.
Yeah. Well, you know, we've always seen Nicki march to the beat of her own drum. So I mean, I feel like she knows what she's doing. That don't make it right, but I feel like she knows exactly what she's doing.
What's she gonna have to do when it's all said and done to get back to people good graces? I'm thinking it's gonna have to start with an exorcism.
Oh my God! Dang it!
What the hell was that all about? Charlemagne, right? What's his name? That's right, right? I don't know what to think, man. I don't know what to say. You're really gonna give me like a minute commercial right now? Jesus Christ. Look at him. We need to exercise Minaj. Like, no, that's who she always was. Right? What else is there to say, man? Come on.
What y'all think?
I don't think an exorcism is needed.
I thought maybe a benefit concert. But I also talked...
Donation, definitely. Donation.
Of course. You have to. Yeah, that's the foundation of the start. And then you guys sit down with your king.
HBCU-ish, like donate to the HBCUs. They're about to close the Coliseum Mall in Queens, where she from. Like,
here's the thing, though. Look at this message from Minaj. She used to pay for college students' tuition, which was good. Right? She genuinely wanted to help people. I'll give her credit for that. But here, she's just giving money to Trump or the Trump administration. Like, in a way, like she's covering her own ass or her family's ass. That's all she's doing.
It's gonna be rough.
Who is she helping? Like, who are the people that, like the little dude or the little girl? Who is she helping from that? Her community?
He is tearing that fruit
That's
out.
gonna be rough.
Why is he eating while singing?
Yeah, that's why I really
He's
hope.
gonna have a hard road back. I'm telling y'all that right
You
now.
being a zesty bestie right now. I just want to let you know that.
Well, yesterday, an attorney in that Nicki Minaj case where she settled the judgment for the $500,000 so that she could keep her $1 million home in LA reached out to me over a conversation we were having up here. So when we talked about Nicki Minaj settling that debt, I mentioned that one of the questions that I had was how much did she settle it for, and like could she negotiate that? And I know you mentioned that normally you can't. So he reached out because he wanted to clarify. His name is Paul Sasso, and this is the attorney that let us know that minutes before the judgment was about to happen, where they were going to sell that home in LA of hers, she paid the debt. He tells me, even though he didn't tell me exact numbers, he just said she settled the full debt, and he said that the full debt was $500,000. There was over $90,000 in judgment interest, and over $5,000 in post judgment, which includes filing fees and all that stuff as well.
Nobody talks about it. I didn't know this up until now.
Give you all the numbers. All I had to do was add them up. 4 plus 2
He
plus
was throwing me a bone. He was doing as much as he could.
I can't tell you the full numbers, but she paid this amount for this amount for that, and this amount for that.
Did you add them up?
No, I didn't. $595,000 and some, because this is a bit over. But yeah, he just wanted us to clarify that. Now, lastly, in all of the rubbing of the wrong ways, so y'all know how we've been talking about Wicked and Wicked for Good and Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, right? So Billboard just dropped a list that they do of the highest grossing films, and Wicked for Good is now...
Okay, well that's not... I don't care about that right now. So they talked about Nicki, they moved on. So that's what's happening. Okay, I just still wanna, if it's available, I think this is the video about that. Her, Nicki Minaj, and Erica Kirk. Because this is the new Nicki Minaj. I find it so ironic that ultra-conservative people invited somebody whose stage name has Minaj in it. This is just sickening. I don't know how did both Erica Kirk and Minaj herself, after Charlie Kirk had to say what he had to say about Minaj's music. This is just so strange.
Hello, how are you?
So those of you who know, Charlie was very good about having a surprise for every AmFest, and we are so blessed to have you. We are so grateful.
About what?
Thank you. I'm honored to be here. I am honored to be here. Thank you for having me.
But
love you guys. So we're just gonna dive right into this. You had some fun words for Governor Newsom. I have to read these tweets because they are amazing and they are so funny. Okay, first one.
If they're so good as what we saw.
Unless you want to read it in your own voice, I think it'd be really great. Okay.
Oh, Gabby Poo, it only gets worse from here for you, buddy. It's the end of the road for you, my love. Get on the nearest jet ski and let that beautiful hair blow in the wind. It'll make you happier than this race that you will not win. Enjoy life. Peace.
So this is what she's doing. She's doing exactly the same thing she did with Lil' Kim, wanting that spot. So what spot does she want now? Just kissing Trump's ass, the conservative party's ass?
Imagine being the guy running on wanting to see trans kids. Haha, not even a trans adult would run on that. Normal adults wake up and think they want to see healthy, safe, happy kids. Not Gav, the Gav nuts. Gav not in, Gav out. Send in the next guy, I'm bored.
What's there to cheer about? What's there to cheer about
whatever
this?
you want to say, Mr. Newsom.
Dear Newsom.
How funny. Well, what's the draw? What does it say about a number of people that make a show about humiliating or trying to come at other people in this fashion? What does that say about you?
We don't have a problem cleaning up the scum if we have to. Please tread lightly. That's what I would say to Gabby Poo.
So with regard to the current administration, what has been maybe the biggest surprise for you, or something that you just really has been put on your heart that you've learned about our president and our vice president?
That's gotta be good.
I have the utmost respect and admiration for our president.
Right. Keep in mind, I'm actually playing this at 1.5 speed. So look at the pauses. That's not an answer for the question that she
I don't know if
asked.
he even knows this, but he's given so many people hope that there's a chance to.
What has he done? What has he done to make you change like that? Say it. Say it.
And to win, and to do it
Look,
with your
look.
head held high.
Here it is. This is what it's about.
Integrity intact. He's from Queens, New York, like me. So, but
What does that got to do with anything, girl?
Is sometimes, you know, even in the worst feeling times in your life, you think that you're never going to come back from it, but you do. And
So let me guess. About 8 years ago, he was not from Queens. He was from somewhere
our
else.
president shows that he's been through every single thing a person could be through publicly, having to constantly be lied on. It's not really that funny until you are in that person's shoes that's being lied on.
Really now? I wonder what Lil Kim has to say.
Like that person is a human being. They have a family who has to read those lies.
Really
and
now?
That's not, and it's just not fair.
Oh.
But this administration is full of people with heart and soul. And they make me proud of them. Our vice president, he makes me, well, I love both of them. But
Wait a minute. Should I pull up a video where J.D. Vance talks badly about Trump like a couple of years back? Or the lady that is in charge of the ICE police or whatever you want to call them. You know, what a joke, man.
They're both.
Yeah, they're both in it for their own selfish reasons, just like you are. Come on, they are on video saying these things. Like, what's wrong with you?
Powerful men, smart, strong, all of that. But both of them have a very uncanny ability to be someone that you relate to. I can relate to them. When I hear them speak, I know that they're one of us. Like, I know that they're
you don't need to say anything else.
They haven't lost touch of the world. You know, they're still connected to the world and what's happening in the world, with the younger people and older people, with the richer people and not so rich people. They have the ability to still connect and be real and make us feel proud to be
Here we go again, the same words. Be real. I'm the realist.
American.
So why
As
now
fake
have
as
you-
can
have
be.
you been involved with speaking about politics? What was kind of the turning point for you? Yeah.
What was the turning point? Well,
This got to be good.
I just got tired of being pushed around.
Right. I just needed to be considered an American citizen. That was the point. Pushed around by who? By what?
Sometimes you just get tired of it, and then you realize, wait a minute, I have something inside of me that's stronger than what's out there. That's right. So
This just listen to this. Does this woman actually live in the real world? She just lives inside her head. What does that have to do with the question that was asked? What was the turning
when
point?
you've had enough, you realize, wait a minute,
Had enough of what?
Care about these people and what they think. Who are they? They don't even know who they are. So I'm not going to back.
And Nicki Minaj goes up into the mirror every day and says, I am the real Lil Kim, right, Nicki Minaj?
Down anymore. Not back down ever again.
All these people are being manipulated. Like, this is horrible.
Can the students in the room raise your hand? Wow. This question is for you guys. So you guys are very courageous and bold on your campus.
Oh my God.
Nikki, I know our students feel this way, but why do you think speaking your mind has become so controversial?
Because people no longer are using their minds, their brains.
You know a lot about that.
So right now, just imagine, we're not allowed to have a different opinion anymore. We're not allowed to
It's
think
not about
out
different
loud
opinions,
anymore.
Nikki.
We're not, it just...
Because if you were suffering the consequences of what you're defending right now, you'd be the first one crying. Let's just see.
The world used to feel like. And especially for the young people, I don't want them growing up in a world where they feel like that. I mean, they deserve for their voices to be heard. They have valid feelings and they're thinking about things, and it deserves.
But just the people on your side, not the other side.
We should listen to what they're saying. And if you're growing up in a world that tells you it's taboo to say something that the masses don't agree with,
Look at the same picture here. The same strategy of using what she perceives as being people who are in a vulnerable state and just calling them up, right, to so that she can benefit with something. I don't know what she's going to benefit besides the gold card and whatever, is it really worth the price? I'm not going to listen to all
That's
of
not
it,
okay.
Yeah, right.
Being able to
and it doesn't help having so many commercials as well, but you get the picture already. This is not in any shape or form being depreciative of you being a conservative or a liberal or a progressive or an independent thinker. It's just calling it what it is. I don't think that what's being done there has anything to do with being conservative. It's just a show, and they're just using that platform for personal gain. That's what I feel. And having that said, remember those videos about Nicki Minaj talking about Lil Kim back in 2007? It's the same thing. I want to have a platform so that I can use that in my advantage. It's always been like, if you look at it like that, it hasn't changed.
And the reason why that also holds true sentiment-wise is because I know that you are getting a lot of backlash from your own industry. What is your reaction to that?
I didn't notice.
Amen. I feel the same way.
Right, of course not.
When people are like, what do you think about them? I'm like, I don't think about them.
We don't even think about them.
We don't have time to. We're too busy building, right?
Yeah, we're the cool kids.
Okay.
The other people, they're the ones who are still just disgruntled, but really they're just disgruntled with themselves. They are angry with themselves.
Wait a minute, Nicki Minaj is about to describe herself. Pay attention.
Guys, so you can't wake up and think about somebody who is determined to just stay mad. I literally tell them, stay mad.
It's the same tactic as before. It's the same thing.
Stay joyful, and peaceful, and iconic, and smart. And we're gonna stay
there we go with
thinkers.
these names that the Conservative Party actually doesn't care about. But okay.
On our own, we will continue to think.
Right.
To speak out for the Christians that are being slaughtered in Nigeria.
Well, and that.
This is what I was talking about
brings me
previously.
Back to our great president and this administration and our great country. Them. And first of all, Nigeria is a place I've always loved. Someone very dear to me, my pastor, is Nigerian. I have lots of Nigerian barbs. And so hearing that people are being kidnapped, and while they're in church, people are being kidnapped, people are being killed, brutalized, all because of their religion. And that should spark outrage in the great America. And that's what it did.
Right, but it has nothing to do with sparking outrage in America. It has to do with sparking outrage in a human condition. Like, nobody should touch anybody else based off just because I don't understand or don't like your religion. That's unfortunately dogma. That's what that's all about. So, but she's using that in a way to portray, look at me, I'm very Christian. Like, are these people dumb or what? Like, what has she done with her life up until now? Are you freaking kidding me? Even Charlie Kirk did not appreciate her. And here she is with the widow wife. What the hell?
With God, start.
Right. What?
I say, and say a prayer. Well, like, not much later, when I was like 10, 11, 12, I started going to church in New York. And it changed everything. It changed my life for the better. Because I was going every week. I was hearing the word of God be preached. And then I was going home and I was applying it to my life, even as a little girl. I learned how to pray very early. I always had this faith that made people think, the kind of faith that you think a person is crazy, like, oh, please, like, but
Here's the thing. If that is actually true, there's no problem with that. And be very proud of, you do you. But the thing is, the way that she conducted herself afterwards, that has nothing to do with the Word of God. It has nothing to do with being a Christian. So you are just using that for your personal gain. Excuse me. If you were, you would never do what you did. Let's.
Every week, like literally.
Right.
But for a long time, and then you bump into them again. That's how it's been feeling for me. Like just going back to God.
Right.
but if God is pleased, and when you have that personal relationship with God, guess what? Even in school, He's there. Wherever you are.
Who the hell did you marry, Nikki?
Whenever you need it, you have something that you can tap into immediately. It's immediate. You don't have to leave a message.
Look at where she focused on, and particularly what she's not saying. That's very telling. Like, sorry.
Hey, know it, feel it. Yes.
But she's what?
This early in your life, it tells us how smart you are, and it tells us that there's hope for our future. So God bless you. Congratulations, you guys. You're amazing. Congratulations, you guys are amazing. Okay, know it.
Look at how easy it is to manipulate people. Good, yeah.
Feel into them to be proud of how they look. Recently, in the media, it's almost been like a push to. It's not just making young black children feel proud of themselves, but it's almost like doing that, and at the same time.
Wait a minute. In what area? Where? Give us one example.
I'm telling other children not to be proud of themselves. And I don't want any child feeling that way. If as black women, we felt that we were not being represented and not being admired for our beauty, if we felt like that as black women, why would we want to do that to other women? Why would we now need to make other people downplay their beauty so that we can feel, no, that's not how it works. I don't need someone with blonde hair and blue eyes to downplay their beauty because I know my beauty. Do you understand? It doesn't bother me that
politics.
I don't like people making other people feel badly about themselves.
Oh, Nikki, come on. Oh. Really now? But that was not a problem with your career, right?
Young girls.
Oh my God.
Whether they are black, white, Asian, Hispanic, they still need to be nurtured. They cannot continue to pay for other people's sins. They haven't done anything wrong. Amen.
You know, this is what I'm preaching, but the history of my life is telling, don't do what I did. Okay. Okay, you know what? You're giving me another commercial. I just get 4 minutes of battery of memory left. Here's what I want to leave this live stream right now. It's the same thing. If you want to look at it on a clean plate and not with the context of the wrong that she has done, she moves like a goddamn snake. Sorry.
I say that.
You can look, well, she's just, this is her, respect her, sure. But don't call me freaking stupid anymore.
Yes, we did. I love you. You have to laugh about it, truly. I have been called every single thing, and you know what? God is so good, he let it roll right up.
Right.
Be boys.
Amen.
Be boys. It's okay. Be boys. It's nothing wrong with being a boy. How about that?
Amen.
Sure.
How powerful is that? How profound is that?
Amen.
Boys will be boys, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, that's what I want to say.
What's something the media and the world in general misunderstands about you?
I'm a carbon copycat.
I think people think.
Look at this. This is the most profound argument she can have. Boys will be boys. And usually when people say that, it's like, he's being a young kid, but I don't want to teach him to assume responsibility about that. But the context here has to do with the transgender people. That's what she's saying. So she's pissing on him, just shitting on him. Pull that up, like she said in her debut album, the song, right? Look at how you're treating your fans, Nikki. That's what you're doing right there.
Maybe that I'm mean.
No, but the conversation was never about you not being able to be a boy, a man, or a woman. That was never the point of the conversation. But that fits the agenda, which is usually ultra-conservative people want to say about progressive people. Like, we have an agenda. What agenda? Nicki Minaj has her own agenda. It's very clear right now. You can believe what you want. You can have your ass inside. Yeah, you can have your head pull into the ground, and believe that you're invisible, you cannot see, but it is what it is.
Maybe when you have a strong presence as a woman, it's easy to just box you into one box, like one category of mean or, other words.
They want to put you in a box to be able to label you what they want you to be, but you're so much more than that.
Because you intimidate them.
Sure. Here we go, the same narrative with Lil' Kim. I'm going to leave it right there up until see you in the next live stream where hopefully we can do the whole second part of Playtime is Over, Team Lil' Kim. And it says a lot about Nicki Minaj. Fortunately or unfortunately, you be the judge. My name is Diona and thank you all for watching. Goodbye.